see bad mind a crumple. Evil people come in at your house with dirty water and a sprinkle. Show bad mind out the window. Missing a bad mind people, them can't come around. Them can't come around. All when they want friend you, show them out all your people. Them can't come around. Them can't come around. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, tell them, brother, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Oh yes, it's true. So when the wicked them rise up and try to smite I, oh yes, them a go feel the wrath of the Almighty. What? When the wicked trouble you, oh yes, when them trouble you, oh yes, but and sing a song before the whole of them. When the wicked fight against you, oh yes, when them fight against you, walk out and sing a song before the whole of them.
Because I am the fireman, and I come with a fire plan to burn down all the hypocrites, because that is the Father's plan. Say them talk too much, them chat too much, everything we do, them watch too much. One day, on the holy fire, one day. Them dangerous, them envious, informer, lava too much. One day, on the holy fire, one day. Say the fire when me burn it is a holy fire. Don't be foolish and think I push fire. Me burn hypocrite and then me burn all the liar. Burn them hot like hellfire. Some of them chat so much, them too lava. People business every day, them a bother. We melt them till they run in a gutter. Can't believe it's not over. Them talk too much, them chat too much. Everything we do, them watch too much. One day, on the holy fire, one day. Them dangerous, them envious, informer, lava too much. One day, on the holy fire, one day.
Wicked. Girl, the way that you move got me feeling like I'm in the zone, I am breathing. My heart, shorty, you know you're stealing. I like that. And I can't get you out of my mind. I think about you all the time. Whoa, whoa. She know when she moving, she waistline. She know it's just a matter of time. She know when she moving, she waistline. She know it's just a matter of time. Mi amor.
You move your sexy waistline, yeah, show me. You want me to be sunshine.
Mi amor.
Y'all just set my body on fire. Why you can perish in my own thing fire?
Feeling, baby. Sexual, feeling, baby. Girl, let's get it on. I wanna melt you down, caress you nice and slow. No place I wouldn't go. Romance from head to feet, make your body weak. Whisper in your ear, things you like to hear. I wanna lay down and do it on the ground, do it on the floor with you, my baby. Do it in the tub, even on the rug, on the kitchen floor, you, my baby. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Oh, girl. Give it to me,
Woman come from Paris,
Give
she
it to
said
me.
she can't see, but I feel
Give it
she
to
could see.
me.
I made it in 20, girl, take care she. A woman comes down from foreign to our festivity. She says she blind, she can't see, but she love to party. She want me to take she any place that will make she happy. Don't mind I blind, I can't see. She could wind up she body, and if you see she, whole night I've been pushing. If you see how she whining back, whole night I've been pushing. If you see how she whining back, dance belly to belly and back to back. Man, I feel she could see. Take me hand, put it wrong, she waist. Man, I feel she could see. She whine and bend over and touch the ground. Man, I feel she could see. She cock up she foot and I jump. Man, I feel she could see.
Come here, little lady, so what you saying, yo? How'd you like it if I take you back to my crib, yo? We can make love all over the patio. Hit it back, maybe on the kitchen floor. Maybe you can make a choice in a minute, man, more. I'll go you, so we down on the floor, cause it ain't so.
Boom 1069.
must find a nook to go get liquor joke now.
Right now, man, up on the problem side. Juicy, juicy. You must find a girl to carry over. I will not join in. Juicy, trust me. Tonight I did on the hunting. All over town I am searching. Somehow I must take home something. Good lord, tonight I must pick a pumpkin. I look in some nookie tonight. Wussy, wussy. I want me some nookie tonight. Wussy, wussy. I look in some nookie tonight. Wussy, wussy. Just a little nookie tonight. Wussy, wussy. I look in a nookie. I'm fat sexy nookie. I look in a nookie. One way full of glammy. I look in a nookie. One to satisfy me. I look in a nookie. And I don't care what it costs me. I look in some nookie tonight. Wussy, wussy. I want me some nookie tonight. Wussy, wussy. I look in a nookie tonight. Wussy, wussy. I look in some nookie tonight.
Come inside the people fete. We dance all night until we wet. But when I ask you for your number, you have a negative answer. Girl, you ain't nothing but a teaser.
The evolution of radio. Boom 1069.
Come inside the people fete. We dance all night until we wet. But when I ask you for your number, you have a negative answer. Girl, you ain't nothing but a teaser. A dirty, dirty teaser. I love the way you dance the soca. But you ain't nothing but a teaser.
Esta música sacude los oídos de Rusia. Dulce, dulce, dulce. La fiesta buena, buena, buena. Nos hacemos una baila zanca. Zanca, zanca. Baila, baila zanca.
This Colombian lady tell me she want dance with me, talking me on the floor. We start to rock for so long time since I never forget. Senor, she tell me I'm feeling real happy. I never party so when I've been see. Hey, see, shake your bam bam. Baila zanca. See, show your motion. Baila zanca. See, shake your bam bam. Baila zanca. Come on, put your hand them in the air. Everybody, walk up your bam bam like you ain't care. Everybody baila. Hold on to your partner. Baila. Hold on to your woman. Let we do this new jam. Baila. Do it. Baila zanca, baila zanca, baila zanca. Yanga zanca, baila zanca, baila zanca. Walk up your zanca, baila zanca, baila zanca. Baila zanca, baila zanca, baila zanca. Wi-Fi place on the throne of my heart. Regardless to what, we shall never part. No way, the best part of my life, we don't live in strife. But good news, man, girls, conception. If I walk with your land is fine, they don't know if it's just a casual happening. Presumption, they're taking and gone and stealing. No one can deny I'm such a friendly guy. For their misconception, thinking I'm a wild man. I just wanna make them to understand. I love me wife, I love me wife bad. I love me wife, I love me wife, I love me wife bad. Me wife, I love me wife bad. Is me life, I love me wife bad. Me wife, I love me wife bad. How can I survive?
Misunderstanding can be so frustrating.
There are just days left before the most
talk to me, girl. My whole heart's aching, my arms are yearning. Girl, you really got me going crazy. I know you feel the same way too. There is something we can do. Yes, there is something we can do, baby. After a cuss and a fight and a breakup, there's nothing sweeter than a kiss and makeup. After a fuss and a fight and a breakup, come a little closer, baby. Let's kiss and make up. I don't care who's wrong or right. I just can't stand another sleepless night. After a fuss and a fight and a breakup, there's nothing sweeter than a kiss and make up. After a fuss and a fight and a breakup, come a little closer, baby. Let's
The
kiss and
evolution
make
of
up.
radio. Boom 1069. OMG in the morning. Morning.
I went to work for Miss Lucy, driving a minibus, and every morning just before
Oh man, it's 7 o'clock in SVG.
That's what we saying. We some pump, some manners. Come on, man. And he's a performer. If you go on stage and say, boy, I don't want no soda.
No.
I gotta give it like
man,
soda.
Shady,
It's 7
man.
o'clock in SVG. Shady.
Yeah,
Bring things.
Bring things, Shady. Bring things.
The number one morning show in SVG. OMG in the morning with the real Badman Bing, Daniel, and DJ Shady.
If you never love the girl, then why you tell she that? And I touch her back, I girl when she a play she part. And I try for the neighbor dog, I know she smart. And then you call yourself a careless boy, can't play your cards. Today you love the girl, and next day you're gone. She talking with her friend, and you take it on. Yeah, my youth, just go on you always, man. You don't deserve this girl, she just deserves the world. You just go on you always, man. I mean, I know how she make it on, me knows that she damn strong. You just go on you always, man. You don't deserve this girl. You don't deserve this girl. You don't deserve. And then I rate the bag of cheating, I'm gonna rate the bag of lies. You never even notice how much time she did a try. She could have feel a bucket just for all the time she cry. And no matter what you do, she still stuck by your side, huh? She met you with your arms open. You control the girl, make she block, she good friends. You tell her, say you love her, but they just a pretend. And then you go for what you want, and then she heartbroken. Yo, dog, man, I rate that. Cheat on a girl, and then you beg back. You tell her, say you're sorry, but you never stop. Now she faithful love again because she hard block. Oh, yo, dog, man, I read that. Now the girl hard cool like icebox. You tell her, say you're sorry, but you never stop. Now she faithful love again because she hard. Yeah, my youth, just go on you always, man. You don't deserve this girl, she just deserves the world. You just go on you always, man. I mean, I know how she make it on, me knows that she damn strong. You just go on you always, man. You don't deserve this girl. You don't deserve this girl. You don't deserve.
You want me weakness, me medicine, me antidote. But you a brand new Benz and a dozen rose. Me bet you say that he make you tippy on your toes. You not 6'6", girl, but you know the pose. Me money long Louis V, you not see me clothes. Every color they a match, you not see the shows. You not 6'6", girl, but you know the pose. Act like we they a beard and you're picking up the soap. Put a ring on your finger, you want me own. No more searching for love, girl, I would do chrome. You want me queen, see the crown, put your pan a throne. Never leave you alone, put you in a home. Two are we together, wish you could have been me soul. Girl, you complete me life, turn it in a hole. You fi bring food, me youth, in a yo. February 2nd in a foreign, not so cold. You want me weakness, me medicine, me antidote. But you a brand new Benz and a dozen rose. Me bet you say that he make you tippy on your toes. You not 6'6", girl, but you know the pose. Me money long Louis V, you not see me clothes. Every color they a match, you not see the shows. You not 6'6", girl, but you know the pose. Act like we they a beard and you're picking up the soap. Every time we in a bed, she get in a spirit. Oh God, Jesus, every couple minutes. Me make your pussy come first, but me never finish. She have a password, she give me the digits. Can you stroke up me with your other hand? Vanish in your magician. We not have to go on a bed, we go there panic ground. Is a son you a go get another couple
First
money.
thing first, why you a gone like a me hurt you first? Me do everything just to make you work. Now me I go end it like the 31st. Why you a try change my mind? Why you a gone like me not tell a long time? If you hurt me again, it a go be the last time. Can't take it no more, so get out of my life. How you for do that? Got me asking who that, never know her, so you say you betray me like a Judas. Got me wasting my time and believing your lies. Never know you woulda come and just mash up my life. You're toxic, yeah girl, you're toxic. How you for coming on my life and give me white vibes and leave a knife up in on my right side. You're toxic, girl, how you for toxic? How you for coming on my life and give me white vibes and leave a knife up in on my right side.
The evolution of radio. Boom 1069.
Yeah, we are live on Boom 1069.
Yes, I.
OMG in the morning.
We in the morning.
Yeah. OMG in the morning. You say OMG in the morning.
Yes, son?
Yeah, you like
But
that
do
one.
something,
You like that one.
like you're performing, like a soda.
All right, man. Yeah, Marius, we have a good one today, man. I see a lot of persons already, on the live. We
Let's
have Alison.
do a roll call for them.
Yeah. Alison, Bernadette, Leander, you know, Velda, you know what I mean, highly favor.
Highly favor.
And you know, Mary is always on, you know. I haven't seen Winston and Bart and the others
Don't worry,
yet, but
they're coming
through.
Alison, thank you for the good morning. I saw you did shout Shady out first, though, you know.
Yeah.
Alison?
Yeah.
And I'm
she
not feeling the love, you know.
She come back and say Marion.
I know. That's a real kind of...
I see Walkman
Yeah,
as well.
Walkman.
Big up Walkman. Yeah. So you know, today we have some interesting topic. And if we can go back, Mario, a bit to Monday. Monday we would have touched on the issue where the vendors came to, you know, the Kingston market, the central market on Monday, and they were greeted, you know, with their items, a number of them with their items in the garbage dump, apparently because they didn't adhere to the warning that they must remove their items in order for the central market to be cleaned. Some of the vendors we spoke with, they said they would have taken measures to ensure that their areas were, you know, organized so that it could be clean. But nevertheless, the measures were still taken where their items, some of them lost, you know, produce.
Yeah.
We spoke about Saltfish yesterday and Edo's and Dashin, and a number of persons lost their items. And, you know, they felt like the authorities didn't really care enough. Didn't show enough concern. And yes, you know, in some cases, some persons would have said, the market needs to be clean, but we need to at least go about it in the right way, with the right approach, and have some conscience, you know. But we have the warden of the tongue board. He's the former MP for East St. George, and he would have made a comment. You know, he was driving, so the reporter sort of caught him, you know, while he was about to move off and so forth. But let's listen and hear what he had to say on the issue.
All right.
Yeah. Let's go.
And some of them decide that they're not moving the stuff for me to clean. I never know that people don't like cleanliness. And instead to give you flyers that we give to all of them about the cleaning. But they never adhere to it.
So what about the claims that they're part of something where this
That is not true. On the airport, they say no move.
One more time, play that again.
Yeah. Says that was not true.
That we're going to clean. And decide that some of them decide that they're not moving the stuff for me to clean. I never know that people don't like cleanliness. And instead to give you flyers that we give to all of them about the cleaning. But they never adhere to it.
So what about the claims that they're part of something where this
That is not true. On the airport, they say no move.
Right. So you're hearing there now the warden is saying the produce were not removed. So you know, is it that the vendors are lying, or is he lying, or what?
All right, let me hear this one more time from the top so that everybody can hear it.
Yeah.
That we're going to clean. And decide that some of them decide that they're not moving the stuff for me to clean.
Some of them decide.
I never know that people don't like cleanliness. And instead to give you flyers that we give to all of them about the cleaning. But they never adhere to it.
So what about the claims that they're part of something where this
That is not true. On the airport, they say no move.
Wow.
Oh.
So is it? Okay.
So we are hearing that the vendors have already claimed that their produce was removed, and the warden is disputing that.
Right.
But I don't. You think all these vendors would have just make up this and
well, and there was video showing the food being removed and not removed, sorry, but packed up in the thing. But see, at the risk again, Pelter. Now, at the time this was taken, is he just speaking on the order that he knew, which was just to clean? He didn't know anything about people removing, and maybe the right response was, I don't know anything about people's stuff being removed. No,
that is not true.
No, that is not true.
You know,
so
what I mean?
that maybe the right response just to quell things and find out would have been, I don't know about that. That wasn't the mandate, but let me see.
But to downright say that didn't happen is quite conflicting, because we have And we're seeing, and I'll send you a video again, another video where persons had to line up by the garbage dump and
To get their stuff,
to get some of their items removed. And if they weren't thrown in the garbage, then somebody would have taken them.
Right.
Because the vendor said that they left them there over the weekend, and when they turn up, they weren't nowhere to be found.
Right. Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. And again, I'm maybe he spoke out of turn. And the posturing should have been a little bit more
better, because
a little bit more receptive to what was being asked.
Yeah. He said, "I don't know, people don't like cleanliness."
Yeah, but I also heard somebody chastising him. Why you don't go by Ralph? I hear that in the background too. I heard that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not saying two wrongs make a right, but I'm saying I'm hearing the chastising.
Yes.
People are frustrated.
Yeah.
Emotions are high.
It is.
It should have been a more receptive.
Yeah. And this is that is what I told you about the attitude that I received on Monday. You know, it's not really professional enough. Okay. We have a comment here. I think this person is speaking in relation to the Kanye West issue.
Right. No, go ahead. Go ahead, buddy.
I can't see it.
No, I'm just looking to see if anything is there. Nothing's there.
Yeah. I have someone here saying whether you are black or white, if you say anything about the Jews, you will be whitewashed and pinned. They are a people who are ready for every opportunity. If African black people had the opportunity to take that same stand, the world would have been a better place.
Oh.
What?
I mentioned this earlier. I mean, black people have voices, you know. Remember, black people made everybody stand up and take notice with George Floyd. They make everybody stand up and take notice when it's an important issue. Apparently, Kanye West saying white lives matter was more of an issue than when he spoke about slavery being a choice, and so on and so on. So I don't think it's right for us to chastise anybody, whether you think that they're a world dominating power or not, that's coming out to defend themselves from somebody making those kind of spurious statements. Right. But so I don't know how a statement as anti-Semitic and downright racist as Kanye has been uttering to his own people as well as others, right? How are you angry and chastising the folks that stood up for themselves? How is that the narrative, that they're too powerful, they cancel Kanye? How is that the narrative, and not Kanye is a ridiculous nonsense talker?
Well, some persons say Kanye West is a genius. But
some people say Eminem is a genius too.
Eminem is a genius too.
You see what I mean? some people say that because he could rhyme orange with orange.
Sherry, what do you think? You think they should be canceling Kanye in such a way, and then you would have a different take on it?
Tell me.
I'm not really a fan of Kanye, so I don't
Mr. West.
I don't really study Mr. West. I didn't read through the whole article about the story.
Folks on the live, let us know on WhatsApp. Let us know what you think about Kanye. Do you think they have a right to cancel Kanye West? Adidas have downgraded him with their cancellation to a millionaire from a billionaire.
Cancel the backside.
About 2 weeks ago, he was boasting that he's the richest black man. Now he's well.
So this is.
What you think?
This is the person that black people want to have on a pedestal as the richest black man, as the most successful black man. Is this really the image that we want representing us?
I do not think, Mario, I do not think black people want to hold him on a pedestal and so forth and so on. But what they're saying is that it shows you who have the real power.
It shows you who's prepared to defend themselves and their integrity. If black people made noise before, it would have been stopped before. This would have been preempted.
But even the black people make noise. You think
who buying Adidas?
Adidas would have
who buying Adidas?
Black and white. Chinese,
mainly black.
Indians.
Mainly black. Come on, man.
Sharma said persons who lived in the US knows what Kanye West is saying. Because it is a situation that has always been
People,
at the
you know,
forefront of discussion.
I don't understand
Mario,
this, you know.
Mario, it has always been
It's
at the
so-
forefront of our discussion.
So Kanye has a right to say whatever he wants, and nobody should retaliate.
No, we are not saying that. We are not saying that. But the action that was taken
I
opposed.
think it's proper if black people had taken that action when he spoke about slavery being a choice and white lives matter.
But it
and
does
all
it
the other
also
stuff.
does it also prove Kanye West's point that the Jews own our voice?
No, it shows that black people don't want to have a voice. Because if they had chosen again to stand up and be the voice and cancel him, then we wouldn't be having this conversation now.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Folks, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. This guy getting on too bad today.
I'm not getting on bad. I'm just saying. Shady, am I lying? No, seriously. Am I lying? It didn't bother black people when you say it. They say, oh, that is you know. That is
Right.
That is
So-
how you
but then-
is.
but-
He's a genius.
So-
he say black
so-
people chose slavery.
But what I'm saying, what,
you know what I mean?
what I'm saying, Kanye West said he didn't point out all Jews. He's speaking about the Jews in the industry.
Yeah, he
who
said
are
that
exploiting-
afterward,
who are
after he made the comment and after he caused the retaliation, he's now doing damage control to say, this is what I didn't mean, you know.
Right.
Come on,
So
people.
You think it's damage control?
It's damage control.
But I watch his interview. I find he doubled down on what he was saying.
No. He doubled down on what he's saying, and then he says, but it's only about a certain sector of Jews.
Right.
So that's not doubling down. That's amending your statement.
Wow. Oh, man. I will keep an eye on the situation. We have here a situation that Tanya is bringing to our attention. But first, let me see what Alice is saying here. Yeah, Jews are the protected group. They are consent for speaking out against the Jews. You say? You remember when Nick Cannon? There were consequences for speaking out against the Jews. You remember when Nick Cannon said something about the Jews as well?
Okay, now, but who enforces these consequences? That's what I'm saying. The Jews
Jews
enforce
enforce
So
the
if black
consequences.
people enforce the consequences like they did with
Yeah, but
everything else.
maybe because black people are not as
Then I'll call it
they're not as they're
not as sensitive to slavery,
not as sensitive
to
as the Jews.
slavery. If a white person,
Yeah.
if Eminem had said slavery was a choice, they would like cancel Eminem.
Yeah.
Who's the most tolerated most white person that you know?
The most tolerated
Yeah.
white person.
If any white person had said that,
Trump.
if Trump had said that,
Nobody can cancel Trump.
they would have canceled
Who
Trump.
could
They
cancel
would
Trump?
have canceled
Huh?
Trump.
They
Come
try
on,
cancel
man.
Trump. Trump create your own platform with the millions.
They would have canceled Trump.
You get
Trump's
some-
never spoken out
You
about
get a
it.
bit of cancellation.
You see what I'm
somebody. You
saying?
get a bit
But
of
what I'm saying
cancellation.
is, you have the power. It's your voice.
Yeah.
The black people decide what's important to them.
Yeah.
George Floyd was, etc., etc. Kanye West's comments wasn't.
Yeah. Kanye West.
It wasn't. All right, so let's
Yeah,
let's bring it back home. Let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back home. There's an issue here. A video was sent to me yesterday.
I am playing that video. Huh?
No, you can't play
Nice-
that video.
that
You
is
know,
distribution of pornography.
yeah,
Whoever's
you can
sending
play
that,
video.
that's
So I
distribution
said,
of
Tanya's
child pornography.
bringing it to our attention. Tanya, we had intention to speak about it, but she said, "What about the girl who was raped?" We don't know the full details. I know a video is circulating where a man could be seen forcing himself on a lady who seems to be out of it, whether she's drunk, whether she's knocked out or what. But there is a video and there are persons around. It seems like the persons are cheering the man on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this person, the lady seems, I'm hearing it's a minor. A minor. As the day go by, we're going to try and get some more information on that. But from what I see in the video, is that this guy is forcing himself upon the young lady, because even in her condition, she's still trying to put up a bit of resistance. And he's moving away her hand and, he's forcing herself on her. And then there are persons in the background. When the video turns around, you're seeing a number of persons around. They're cheering her on and so forth, Mario.
That's disturbing on many levels. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like an onion of disturbance, just layer after layer after layer. First and foremost, if it is a minor, understand that if you're distributing that video, you should be prosecuted for child pornography. That's the first thing. The second thing is, for people to stand around and cheer that on, if that is the actual scenario that's going on, is disgusting and despicable, and we need some kind of bomb that will just explode and kill just those people. No, seriously, I'm not, because that is disgusting.
We have Winston
If
here.
that's
Winston is on is logged on. He said those persons who are all in the video and their voices can be heard should make a jail.
Something.
There
Death-
should be some
death penalty for
consequences.
them.
You know
I
what I mean?
mean-
Because they come like they're accomplice. You know, they're.
My thing is, in this age of social media, of setting up things for clout, the kind of stuff that people do is ridiculous, right? So, is this really somebody forcing themselves on someone, right?
Yeah.
Is this just a video done for clout? Because there's zooming ins and he's talking to the cameraman, and who in their right minds would see this, allow it to go on, just film it like it's a movie, and like come on, I can't see not one moral human being saying, "Hey, no, stop this! Hey, what you doing, man?"
No,
you know,
they're
I don't
cheering it
understand
on.
that. So that's what's leading me to ask:
You know what I mean?
Is this being done for clout? Is this like I
Well-
don't know?
Well, I mean, whether or not it's being done for clout, you could see that this is something illegally being done because the young lady is out of it.
She appears
to be out of it. She
Appears to be. That's that's you see that little 4x3 square?
Well,
that can show exactly what you wanted to see.
Yeah, so she appears to be out of it. You know, she is seen resisting, knocking away the guy and so forth. But this is still forcing himself on. And man, what really hurt me, you know what I mean, is that the amount of persons you can see when the video turned around, just cheering on that action.
That's just, and that's what I'm
sad.
saying. How, like where's the measure of morality that not one
this is what
person would kick in that door and say, "Listen,
this is what I'm saying.
I would make a jail for that."
You heard a voice note from someone who apparently know the person. Like the guy that she's with, you know, like she don't really have anything, so he does like pimp out, like have guys come.
We have a caller. Caller, hello.
Good morning, my brothers. Thank you very much for raising these very matters. And I think we are seeing two views, one from you, my brother, and one from the other brother. And good greetings to all of you, because you all have to understand that sensible people listening to you. And you don't understand what has happened. Our country has come to that if your daughter, something happened to your daughter or to my daughter or any daughter, the only redress we are getting is not in the courts. So what is happening that the matter are put, even if when they come up, they put aside. And so you have to say thank God for Facebook. And even though I understand the situation where, you know, people might be called a little irresponsible, people really shouldn't be actually having to resort to Facebook. And so thank God for Facebook. I could say in St. Vincent and look at the amount of atrocities committed by Americans on Facebook. And I'm saying don't write off Facebook and don't understand the serious implications. I mean, yesterday you're hearing so much stories about allegations about a police officer. And I hope that there needs to be an investigation. So our only redress is Facebook. And I thank God that you had Facebook, because without Facebook, because really and truly we shouldn't be dependent on Facebook. But what I really want to say to you, I have called on your radio station for years and I've spoken about our Constitution. And under Section 70, 75, and 76, that states the Auditor General, the Accountant General must account for our taxpayers' money. Not Friday, not Leacock, not the politicians. And what has happened is that for years, we have not seen the application of Section 70, 75, and 76. And what am I saying?
You got 15 seconds on.
Why is it a Friday are you going into Parliament to discuss a bill when there is no oversight? Dr. Friday, when I call your name, them people want to block me out, you know. I am saying, Dr. Friday, that I don't want no bill. I want accountability. I want to know what is happening with our taxpayers' money.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Sir.
Looking for accountability. What's happening with the taxpayers' money?
Yeah, we have. There's on said. The video should be enough to prosecute without a complaint from the victim.
Sick. POS them, yeah. Pieces of.
Yeah. It is.
I am. This is the kind of stuff that leads religious folks to say this is last days and this is Sodom and Gomorrah behavior.
It is.
Because come on, man.
We have a caller. Caller, welcome to Boom.
Good morning, gentlemen. Morning.
Yes, morning.
Good morning.
This video going on. It's very unfortunate that it look at the time it's coming around. Celebrating independence tomorrow.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Independence started, we ourselves had independence first and foremost before we could celebrate self-celebration. And that's what we do. We kept it upon ourselves to be independent ourselves. We don't need this, we don't need to depend on this.
Right.
But tomorrow, the speech tomorrow, I'm wondering, because these things must circulate social media, and everybody on social media, legal officials, parliamentarians, prime ministers, everybody on social media. This is a trend thing going on.
Yeah.
For how long now?
Too long.
You understand?
Yes.
And here it is. It's take right in face now because we're celebrating independence tomorrow. My thing is to just, what we want to hear tomorrow on some speech, how much more people on poor relief, or how much poor relief expand to. We have to be real. And this is what I'm saying. There's evidence here. Police could do their job. I pray how police do the job and give these people accountable. It's too long. Women and children, and especially females, are crying out for justice and femininity. Women, we ought to do better. It's not all of us like this, but
I totally agree with you, Carlo.
And they know this, all of it to be accountable.
Yes.
This is independence we celebrate tomorrow.
Yes.
This is the message we're sending as an independent country. What are the leaders doing?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Carlo.
I hear you, Carlo. I hear you. I hear you. It is something that definitely needs to be addressed.
We have another caller.
But we also have ads, huh?
Okay, let's take this call. Hello.
So ads, and then we'll take the call when we come back. All right.
All right.
Yeah, because we want to keep this issue going. Keep it locked on. It's Boom 106.9 on a Wednesday.
Event of the year. Saturday, October 29th, the Arnesville Sports Complex comes alive with the Royal Return, Miss SPG 2022. And the invitation is yours to be treated like royalty yourself with the Royal Return VIP package for $200.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
It's the Caress Food Mart Independence Specials. Enjoy savings on local products. Buy one juicy 600 ml for $4.25 and get an Island Sips Plumber Splash free. 1 liter Frisco ice cream, $15.65. Pringles Guava Jelly, $12. 227 grams Select Pyrite Pasta, $3. Local Plus Marine, $14.80. Sissy Salted Peanut, $8.50. Wally 750 ml seasoning, $10. Handy Helper Paper Towel, $3.45.
At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus, for supreme care and more.
Join me in this fight now. I want you to see suspects say among friends and families. See suspects say in the schools and communities. Children of the future, they depend on you. Report to the authorities. That's what you should do. You see the signs, do what's right. Put a stop to child abuse. See
Among friends and families, a message from the Child Development Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization in collaboration with UNICEF.
Stock up for the season with a Ready Cash small business loan. You could win up to $2,500 cash back when you take a loan of $8,000 or more. Quick application process, special rate for women entrepreneurs, flexible term payments for secured and unsecured loans, plus business support to help your business grow. Visit us in-store or online at www.readyfinancecaribbean.com. Courts Ready Cash small business loans. Every day, we help businesses succeed. Special conditions apply.
This November 5th at Status Nightclub, the Parallax Company presents Cosplay Night of Fantasies, costume party powered by Guinness. Fantasies start from the jump, jello shots for everyone, mask on entry, escorts and catering with free food and drinks, plus lounge with entertainers, play games and experience so much more as a VIP and VVIP. Live entertainment by DJ Laser, Team Fearless, Jasper, Mad King and more. Early bird tickets $80, VIP $120, VVIP $180. Follow us on Instagram at Guinness Cosplay for more details. One New St. Vincent, Market Gorilla, Boom 106.9 and Guinness, made of more. Please drink responsibly.
Something new is coming to Villa. Get ready for the launch of Pier 1 Beach Club and Restaurant. Make it a Pier 1 weekend with the official launch party on Wednesday, October 26th from 7 p.m. until Thursday, 27th is a Vincy thing. Food, fest, and fun from 2 p.m. until Friday, 28th. We go Vintage Vincy with a massive old school party from 7 p.m. until Saturday, 29th. Get ready for the Royal Raid, the official after party for Miss SBG from 9 p.m. until Sunday is Seafood Sundays. Let's brunch from 11 a.m. until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Regular admission is only $30, VIP $60, or get a weekend pass, $100.
The event we've all been waiting for. Get ready for a night of poise, elegance, sophistication, and pure talent. The Miss Plus Size Universe International brings to you its 7th annual pageant as they present some of the most beautiful women all vying for the crown on Saturday, November 5th at the Russell Auditorium, Kingston, St. Vincent at 8 p.m. Get your early bird tickets for only $50. General tickets $100. For the VIP table, only $250. Get your tickets at Diamond Girl, Kathleen Bailey Creations at E.T. Joshua Mall and the Land Store at the airport terminal. Live performances by Darren Andrews, Javid, and more. Also, an appreciation and red carpet segment. Wow! Who will take home the crown for the Miss Plus Size Universe International 2022 on Saturday, November 5th? Don't you miss it.
Tropical breeze, always there, within my reach. I love you, SPG, my sweet little nation, SPG. I love you, SPG, home of the blessed SPG. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, I love you. Can look at the sunrise, can look at the sunset. Sweet Mother Nature, such beauty, such splendor. Can live my life without fear. Freedom to go anywhere. You got love and you got peace. From La Soufrière to the Grenadines, I love you, SPG. My sweet little nation, SPG. I love you, SPG. Home of the blessed SPG. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, I love you.
God bless St. Vincent and the Grenadines, God bless sweet SPG. SPG is a nation in the Caribbean. A full time now, no name to mention. You are so beautiful, use one in a million. So many lovely beaches with the white sea sand. The golden sunlight that give life to the plants. The fresh air that blow from the sea to the land. The volcano is there for a reason. Jaja put it if you when things start go wrong. The lovely Grenadines, a chain of islands, so much beautiful scenes that attract everyone.
Calypso and reggae, look here. To Dingole, bamboo melody, and in harmony. 9 morning, Christmas and Carnival. You got so much bacchanal. Wailing time is any time, and any time is wailing time. I love you, SPG. You sweet little nation, SPG. I love you, SPG. We high road.
Early morning fish tea, coconut water, farina and zabuka, pilau, crayfish and kalalu, sauce, dumpling and maniku, roast breadfruit, pickle chow dish, and much, much more deliciousness. I love you, SVG. We sweet little nation, SVG. I love you, SVG. Home of the blessed SVG. Singing song by the Grenadines. I love you.
Boom 1069.
Yes, you're tuning to Boom 1069. Mario said 1069, Boom FM.
106. Anyway.
106. Yeah. Yeah.
Say it like you mean it. Hey, I see Max has something here. Says spend the night at Max.
Yeah.
Max, if it's food and thing, I good then. Spend the night at Max Friday 21st from 5 p.m. Barside Music. That's Max Pizza and Kitchen out in Beckway. They've got barside music, cocktail and wine special, Hawaiian burger with loaded fries. Just $25. You can chill and lime Friday night. Max Pizza. Go down in Beckway and check it out.
Oh man, and it's all about fives this October with Kissy CU's Diamond Deal Independence Special.
5 in it up.
Five, man.
I know you don't like to say 5 in it. That's good.
Get your vehicle loan at Mario. You see me read, man. You have to distract me. So why I don't want to say 5? Why? It's all about 5 this October with Kissy CU's Diamond Deal Independence Special. Get your vehicle loan at 5% interest rate on the reducing balance. 5% deposit, 5 years repayment time. You can drive in luxury this month as Kissy CU continues to offer you a deal you can't miss. The offer ends October the 31st, 2022. Come in and leave with the ultimate key to your freedom. You can visit the Kissy CU's office in Kingston on Granby Street or call 457-2409 to find out more. Kissy CU, limited terms and conditions apply. Yeah.
Can I tell them about flow though before you jump into it? Because I know you're bacchanal waiting just to bubble.
Vex. There we go.
This Independence make the switch to flow and get a ZTE A31 for only $43. That's right, to mark the independence. You see what they do there? 43? Yeah, man. Plus, enjoy a free monthly always on combo plan to get you started with unlimited social media messages included. Terms and conditions do apply though. Flow is keeping you connected.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, man. So we are still here. We're discussing this issue pertaining to a video that is making the rounds on social media, and it shows a man allegedly forcing himself on a lady. The lady seems to be out of it. She seems to be intoxicated. I was listening to the video and I could hear a lady's voice saying, "Oh, look how," referring to the lady's private part as looking clean, and he's telling that she's pouring on the man to go on top of the lady. You know what I mean? And that lady herself, who is giving that instruction, should be charged. And it goes back to a discussion we're having here, Mario, with regards to women, children, minors. Just last week we were speaking about the 13-year-old who went missing from home, and we had some good news that she returned, and now we are dealing with another issue: women, being exploited, being taken advantage of, and oftentimes we keep going back and asking those in authorities, what are they doing? How are they really, putting this thing on the front burner and having this thing addressed in a serious manner? Because it appears that these guys, they're not backing down. They're not, they're not being deterred in any way. Tanya said, when we say SVG have a rape culture, people are getting upset. A lot of women are accessories to rape.
You see, to say that it has a rape culture though means that guys like you, Fernando, think that it's okay for this thing to be happening.
No, I don't think so.
Well, you see what I mean?
You
don't. But that's
I don't think so.
Again,
we have a culture in which too often times we are hearing persons being raped and nothing is being done about it.
That's not a culture. That's a problem. That's not a
Well,
culture whereby
they're just putting it as culture, but I mean maybe culture is too strong of a word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we definitely have a problem here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that needs to be addressed, and I don't think it's being addressed enough.
Something new is
What is going on here? What are you doing?
I don't.
You just want to play thing? Man, just pull down the thing.
What happened there?
I don't know what's going on here, no?
We have a caller. We missed the call. I don't know what just happened.
You're getting hype. You're getting too hype.
Again, too hype. Caller, please call back. Please call back, caller. What happened when women rape men in SVG? You could tell us. You can tell us. I've never really known of any such situation.
You've never known of any such situation?
And can woman rape a man?
Listen to what you're
Hello?
saying.
Caller, you're live and boom.
Good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Morning.
Yeah.
We could preach every day on the radio. Just to come out every single other day and we talk about it on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
If the authority is above from the head,
Yes.
and do nothing, and they decide to do nothing
Yeah.
for it.
And that is why we calling on the authorities.
Hang on, let the caller finish. You can't finish the caller point.
There's a discussion. Again, heated.
If your house,
Yeah.
right, and something happening in your house, and you demand your house, and you put stop to it, it will continue happening. So if the leaders of them don't do nothing, we just spinning top in mud.
Right.
I want to draw your attention a bit to something, an article I read in the Searchlight, right? It said, government reached agreement with Montgomery Daniel with land, with the sale of the land. Now, listening to that, what that's supposed to be? And the Prime Minister excuse was, the people don't want to leave Sandy Bay. Now, they have natural disasters, they have government projects being built all over, and people being relocated.
Right.
I live in Sandy Bay where the volcano came down, right? I remember one time they telling people if they could come close into town, it's better to stay in town than the place, you know?
Right.
Anything could happen. Now, if the government removing me and put me anywhere in Brighton anyway, won't I be glad I get a new piece of home and new land?
Yes.
Why would I want to stay in Sandy Bay still? So the kind of excuse you make for conflict of interest that Montgomery Daniel is the acting PM and then you are turning back on, that makes no sense.
You think the optics look pretty
it
pretty
doesn't,
shady
it
on that
doesn't,
one?
it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all.
Never say the minister have land in town with nice flat land where the people could live. They're still going to be in Sandy area. Anything happen, there's still going to be problems crossing the river. They're still going to have everything in Sandy Bay affecting them. So that don't make no sense. The kind of excuse these people come with. Just a layman on the street could sit through these things and say, no, that don't look right. And you saying because the people want to stay in Sandy Bay. Why would they want to stay in Sandy Bay if Sandy Bay area known for this kind of when natural disaster is known for these kind of stuff?
Right.
Fair point, Carla. Fair point.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I was thinking about the same thing. You know, we have council backstage. Tanya said, well, you all Sandy Bay people have them in office today, so go out and vote them out. But I just but I just think those in authorities just seems to you know, they just it's just like a sort of hands-off approach. Yeah, that's how I feel. Just like a hands-off approach. You would hear they attack you on anything else, almost anything else. Besides, you know, when you
let's pose the question to somebody in authority as to why that is, and see if that could be demystified, because it's not a good look.
Yes.
It's not a good look at all. You know, and I feel the passion and I feel the outrage from everybody online and everything.
Yes.
Shady, we've got
Council
backstage. So let's bring in them.
Plain talk. Plain talk with Jumo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All you talk now on OMG.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We have got on the eve of independence, the nation builder himself.
Don't nice him up too much.
Let me
innit?
do
Don't
nice him
him
up.
too much. innit?
He's a man
He like them kind of thing.
he's a man that
He
contributes
does do a thing.
positively
He does do a thing.
to Saint Vincent. You know, whether you agree with his stance or not, he's gainfully employed and he's
Yeah,
contributing to the place.
well, he look ready today. He look
Yeah.
ready
He
today.
look like he's ready
Counselor.
to take me apart.
Good
Good day, sir.
Good morning.
How are you today on the eve of
I
independence?
am very well. Good morning, Mario. Good morning, Fernando. Good morning, Shady. Good morning, most of all, to your listeners.
Yes.
Mario.
Oh, gosh.
Mario.
The deal with him, Counselor. I like him.
Mario, when I was coming in, I heard you talking about Kanye West, and I really don't know anything about Kanye West. I don't think I know any of his songs.
Right.
But I've read things where people said he's a genius. I know that. If you ask me, based on some of the things I see him saying and doing, him celebrating and projecting to the fore the whole issue of white lives matter. The fact of the matter is that white lives always mattered.
Right.
And that is why a white woman could simply weaponize her whiteness by saying a black man raped me, and that black man would be lynched and killed.
Yeah.
And that is if all the black men in that village don't get lynched and killed. You may recall a few years ago where this black man was on board watching in Central Park. And this lady came upon him. And then what did she do? She weaponized her whiteness. She called the police and said, look, there's a black man in the park and he's being aggressive towards me. He's hitting me. You have to come. You have to arrest him. I don't know if you all remember. I think it's Amy Cooper, what's the name, lady's name. So she was weaponizing her whiteness in order to be oppressive, and that could have had serious consequence for that black man. But fortunately, it did not escalate. Why do I say that? I say it because I heard you say that when the Jews, because whatever Kanye said about the Jews, a whole series of major companies are now canceling him. And there's a big danger with that culture of cancellation, which is now emerging. I remember saying, remember when Trump was cancelled, where he was taken off Twitter, he was taken off Facebook, and I remember remarking that is a dangerous development, because if a man who got 77 million votes in an election could be so easily removed, what does it say? What chances do people like me or you have to be in the public space and to speak, particularly if we say something that may not be to the liking of this person or that person? I believe that ideas should contend. I believe that ideas should, in the marketplace of ideas, none of us should have a monopoly. And I don't support much of what Kanye say, but I believe that we should battle against it. Now, beyond that, Mario, is the point which you made, that black people should have canceled Kanye. Well, the major corporations that are canceling Kanye, black people evidently don't have any influence over them. And that's why they couldn't cancel him in the same way if they wanted to.
Yes.
Now, black people, I heard you say that the majority of people who buy Adidas are black people. Where did you get that from?
The majority that buy Yeezys?
The majority of people who buy Adidas, you said.
Yes, but we were speaking about Kanye's brand, Yeezy.
Well, because he said both. He said Adidas and Yeezy.
Because because they dropped Yeezy from their lineup, which is Kanye's brand. Right. So
what you are saying, the majority of people are people who buy it.
Yes.
Black people.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
That by Kanye.
I'm not sure where you got that from, but I saw a major bank, I think it was Chase Manhattan Bank, dropped him as well.
Yeah,
I'm not sure the majority of people who have money in Chase Manhattan Bank are black people. Beyond that, I don't think that there's a lot of doubt any place in the world that Jewish people have influence beyond their numbers.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any place in the world where there's doubt about that. And I think that part of what it is, there are two reasons. Part of what it is, there's white guilt having to do with the Jewish Holocaust that occurred in the Second World War. And two, that the Jewish state represents a kind of longing for religious people who believe in this rupture that would come eventually, and they see the Jewish state as the place where that is reflected in the Bible, and that the Jewish people are the chosen people. So I think on those two levels, that's where it is. Take, for example, Mario, listeners, there was an American young woman who had gone to Palestine, I think about 8 or 9 years ago. And she was a peace activist. And she went into a field, and Jewish soldiers came with a tractor and crushed her, killed her, dead. There's no other country in the world that could have killed an American citizen in the way in which that young woman was killed and get away with it.
Right.
You can be sure.
Council, there was a journalist who was shot in the head as well.
No, but that was a Palestinian journalist. I'm going to get there. I'm talking about the American first. There was so there's no other country in the world that could have so wantonly, brutally killed an American citizen and get away with it. There would have been calls for that country to be invaded. There would have been calls that they are committing crimes against humanity and so on. But I want to take it away from Fernando just took us. The Jewish state, their soldiers decided they were going to murder a Palestinian journalist. Only recently, a few months ago, or just over a year ago, they murdered her. They tried to lie to say it was not them. And then it was revealed that yes, indeed, the Israeli state had organized the murder of this Palestinian journalist. And nothing has happened. If you know anything about Jewish history, Mario, you would know that when the Jewish state was formed in 1948, compared to where the Jewish state now is today, that Jewish state is much, much larger than where it was in 19. In other words, the Jewish state has occupied, taken over and control the overwhelming majority of Palestinian lands. And they have done that in a context where it violates international law, international norms, and there's no reproach, there's no condemnation. Anytime there's something comes up to condemn the Jews, the Americans would veto the resolution at the United Nations. So the Jewish state and Jewish people has a status that no other people in the world has, not even America.
But counsel, respectfully, how does the Jewish people's atrocities, how is that an excuse for black silence?
No.
Because
black
you can say, hang on, you
Mario,
can say all you want about the Jews being. Hang on for a second, man. You made a whole point pointing out how they're internationally protected and so forth. But what about the responsibility of black people if somebody says something they don't like? Slavery was a choice. The man said that. His record sold double in black homes. People singing Kanye music still. So what I am saying, counsel, is had black people rose up then and said, this is an important issue to me, Kanye, and you can't talk that stupidness, this would have been preempted. That is all I'm saying.
Mario,
there is no
black people were not silent when Kanye said that. Really? I don't know where you've been. But black people.
There was four tweets. Come on, by whom?
Mario.
Yes, Mario.
I'm not sure who you're listening to.
I'm not sure who you're listening to either.
Black people were up in arms when Kanye
I heard that.
There was no up in arms.
And I don't know how you could compare the power of the Jewish lobby with the lack of power of African people, not only in America.
Council, you're sounding like you're scapegoating, huh? I'm telling you. To me, it's coming across like you're scapegoating.
But why would you say that? You think that relatively black people internationally has as much power as Jewish people? I just give you a whole series of examples.
I hear you, but black people have no power. Those same
no power? Did I say no power? I mean, come on, let's have a proper conversation.
But you said, for example, you brought up the Karen that called the police on the black fellow, and you said that fortunately nothing escalated. That was bird watching.
No, but I was giving you the example in the way in which white people can weaponize.
Yes,
white people can weaponize. White women can weaponize their
So can black people as well. They can.
How?
What do you mean how? In the same way.
No, Mario. We cannot do it in the same way. And I think that when you speak in the way in which you speak, is as if to say, well, black people have all this power. They don't use the power because Kanye said what he said, and people just went along with it. But there was a lot of protest and outrage with the silliness of Kanye. But at the same time, young people.
Did you see gatherings and so forth anywhere? There was.
But you
look up images.
But when he criticized the Jews, you ain't see no protests anyway. They didn't protest anyway. Their protests.
They protested with what they had, which was the sway financially, and which is the same thing. If you can tell me that if all the black folks in the States say they're not buying Yeezys,
all black people, all any people do anything. Come on, man. That's like saying, do you know that 100,000 Jews participated in Hitler's army? Do you know that? So why are you telling me about all? 100,000 Jews participated in the army that slaughtered approximately 6 million Jews in the Second World War. So what is this notion about all?
No, let's reading a comment here. No, there was feigned outrage, buddy. I didn't see any outrage when
but part of the reason why there's not outrage, because some people, including black people, including all people, become so desensitized to some of the things that are said. For example, the word nigger is a big issue. It has always been a big issue, and it loomed large in a place like the United States. But the media has allowed for the use of the word nigger, particularly in rap music, that we are now celebrating. Oh, that's my nigger. So the way in which words are used and how they are used become a whole different thing depending on what is allowed. But what is not allowed is the mildest comment. Is the mildest comment about anything Jewish. And that is the truth. So I think that we have to put those things in context and don't simply say, oh, black people didn't protest, black people continue buying the shoes. Look, I remember when Michael Jordan, back in 1986 or 87, the white arch racist in North Carolina, his name eludes me now. I think it's Strom Thurmond, was running against a black man by the name of by the name of Harvey Gantt. And they asked Michael Jordan, with all of his prowess and his power then, to throw his support behind Harvey Gantt so that Harvey Gantt can have a real chance running around. I mean, Strom Thurmond was an arch reactionary racist. But you know what Michael Jordan said? He says, I can't do that. Black people not the only people who buy sneakers. So it's a whole question of consciousness too. How do we deal with certain things and how do we respond to them? Because he was looking just at the economic motive of it and not looking at, boy, if I could take one small step that would help to remove this arch reactionary, this man who has done so much to keep down black people, who give in a different context might not even allow Michael Jordan to emerge as the major basketball phenom that he became. He couldn't see that. And that is, again, a whole question of consciousness. It comes from the fact that Eurocentric ideas are so predominant that you can't even begin to think in a real way. You can't begin, among the people who have argued that I am a racist, as if black people can be racist.
But
I mean, a lot of people
can't be racist.
No, they cannot. But we could pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll pick it up tomorrow because Mario don't get heat up here.
That's the most ridiculous thing. Anyway, okay, all right,
all right. Let's we could have that as topic for tomorrow. I could present and then you can argue.
So you're gonna join us for our independence show tomorrow? Well, actually, no, we're not having OMG. Sorry, holiday programming is all music. So
all right, you guys are not gonna do that. So we could pick it up another time. But if you want,
yes. Black people can't be racist.
We have.
All right.
Hang
on.
What are you gonna
well,
do?
we can't just preempt him.
Mario.
Was that all you want to speak about?
Mario.
Yes, sir.
Mario.
Yes, sir.
I like blue shirts.
Yeah. Blue shirts.
But I don't like white shirts. I may have a prejudice regarding white shirts.
Yes.
But that is not the point I'm trying to make to you is that prejudice is not racism.
Yes. But beating up someone
prejudice, racism, this is racism, Mario.
Yes.
Racism is prejudice plus power plus the ability to act.
Winston said black people can't be racist, Mario. They can be prejudiced but not racist.
No, I mean we have used these terms. We have used these terms so loosely that it is now where we are told it's pushed back and we say, "Oh, that black man is racist." So Farrakhan is racist, for example, because he talks about the importance of empowering black people. Malcolm X was said to be racist because he talked about the importance of empowering black people. Even Martin Luther King was said to be racist because he talked about empowering black people. The fact that you talk about empowering your race, how is it nobody say that the Jewish people are racist because
I have heard black people say that they hate white people.
But they can't. But that's the point, Mario. If I say I hate you and I don't have the power, I don't have the economic power, I don't have the social power, I don't have the gravitas to do anything about it. That is not racism.
I've seen hate crimes against white people as well too, being beaten because they're white in a black neighborhood. I've seen that happen.
And what happened?
I mean, and what happened?
They go to jail.
No.
What do you mean no? Mario,
the person was not, the folks were not caught. They weren't, so nobody went to jail.
Mario, racism is prejudice plus power. Look, when you are able, when you are able to do certain things with impunity and get away with it, that is what manifests as racism. The fact that you may say,
giving yourself loopholes there, counselor. You're giving yourself loopholes there.
No, I don't want any loophole. If you think there's a loophole, I want you to fill it. I don't want any. I don't want any.
We'll have to fill this a different day because
we have some comments here. Black people don't recognize the economic power they have until they do and start using it strategically. We will continue to be disrespected. Hollywood said, I agree with counsel. The Jews are highly respected and anything said about them will get you cancelled. No one cares when black people are ridiculed.
But who cares? I mean, look at Mario. Look at the 400 years that we have suffered,
Oh.
and there are all kind of efforts in America today to put things in place to stop black people from voting, and even the Supreme Court is going along with it. But we know that history, and we know that history well, but nothing is done to stop it.
Yeah. Delbert, in South Africa, blacks kill whites like their livestock. So he's making a point that black people can be racist. So maybe in South Africa
But
they have.
if you kill, you see, it's the power to do it. You know, it's the power to do it with impunity. It's the power to do it and get away with it. That is what makes racism what it is. If a man kills a white man and he is tried and convicted and jailed and hung, it's when you can do it with impunity, in the same way in which white people have done all kind of criminal things to black people and get away with it. That's what racism is. It is the ability to weaponize your race, like the woman I told you about in Central Park. Look, there's a black man in the park. There's a black man in the park. You got to arrest him. You got to come to arrest him. And that could have spiraled 1,000 different ways. You think that any black man, any place in the world, in a public place, could have put his knee on a white man and choke him to death? No place in the world that would have happened.
That still doesn't say that black people can't be racist. It doesn't. It really doesn't. I'll be prepared for our discussion next week.
Yeah.
All right, because it's not something I want to get in on the eve of independence when we're supposed to be celebrating nation building and so forth.
But what's wrong with talking about racism on the eve of independence? Independence is just another day.
Oh my gosh!
It's just another day.
It's too revolutionary.
Who said? Was it Public Enemy who said just another day in the neighborhood?
No, that was
just
Ice
another
Cube.
day.
That was Ice Cube.
Is Jomo suggesting that all black people who harms a white person charged? No, I don't think Jomo is suggesting that. We have a comment saying, Mario, quit while you are ahead. This is an argument you are not going to win.
It's an argument.
When it comes to power, blacks, though they have a larger population than the Jew, in the US do not have quarter of the power. I agree with Jomo. Contextually, this argument, and you will see where you are in error. It is not as simple as you are saying it. Another one said, Mario, you are correct. We as black people, in fact, can be racist. So you have a very...
Well, of course. I mean, look, there's the whole notion that black people can be racist. You know, maybe if you poll it, you may well find the majority of people, even black people saying, yes, we can be. But that is because they don't have a proper conceptual understanding, or they may have an episodic understanding. So a black man kills a white man and they say, oh, that's a race crime. But it is the power to do it with impunity, to do it and get away with it. If a black man were to do that to a white, he's going to suffer serious consequences. But the history is that black people were redlined, for example, in certain parts of the United States. The moment a black person lives in this area, the property value goes down.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of things that we're talking about. The power of a bank. The power of a bank to stop.
Caller, welcome. Sorry, Counselor. Just let me take in the call. Caller, welcome to Boom.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Counsel, do you remember the late Bob Grant of WABC 770? They call it Hate Radio.
Let me just.
Yes, I remember the name. I remember the name vaguely.
Go ahead, Caller.
So, anytime Martin Luther King Day come around and you listen to his program, you would hear him and all his white callers calling in saying Martin Luther King was a bum. He don't deserve a holiday. He used to call the first black mayor, Mayor Dinkins, the first black mayor of New York, David Dinkins, the men's room attendant. When Ron Brown, he was the commerce secretary under the Clinton administration, in 1996 when his plane went down and he died. He went on the air and he made fun of it. And that was like the straw for WABC, and they fired him. But that was like a storm in the teacup because he was taken up immediately by 7:10 a.m. radio. And then a couple of years later, he went back to WABC. But all this time, he said all kind of stuff about black people. Nobody cared about that. Another thing, Jesse Jackson, he made a comment about the Jews. I don't know if you started that earlier in 1984. He said he was
the high me town. That New York was a high me town.
He has apologized a million times for that. And there's a Jewish guy on radio now who today still bring that up, although Jesse Jackson apologized. And Jesse Jackson have done so many humanitarian stuff by getting people who were overseas, who was captured overseas, getting them bring back to the United States. And he haven't forgiven him. There was the college professor. What about the college professor? I think Jeffries from City College. They say he makes
Leonard Jeffries.
Right, and they moved him from his position. And you had the late Khalid Mohammed. He went on a rampage against the Jews. And Minister
Farrakhan.
Yeah, they went after Farrakhan.
And why didn't they like Khalid? Khalid says that he was a truth terrorist and a knowledge gangster, and he was a history of black hitman, a truth terrorist, a knowledge gangster, and a history of black hitman. They didn't like that, so.
But I have a good day, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, man. You made some excellent points. You're always on the ball. The only point, though, I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying before you go, we were discussing a situation here where it's alleged that a young lady was raped. And there was a conversation. Someone is asking, can a woman be charged for rape and how?
Well, the laws are evolving. Suppose a woman takes a dildo and penetrates a man because, penetrates a man against his will.
Thank you.
Right, yeah.
Nice distinction.
No, because that's it. I mean, men penetrate women all the time, but it's not rape unless the woman says it was unconsensual. So I had to add that. The question would, I know the law is evolving, and but up until recently, it was said that a woman couldn't rape a man because she couldn't penetrate him. But I think there was a case that came out of Guyana that went all the way up to the Caribbean Court of Justice, and the Caribbean Court of Justice ruled that indeed that the man can a woman can.
Yes.
Because it's penetration. I mean, you could penetrate in multiple ways. And if it's unconsensual, then the case that you all were talking about in England recently, was that a man and woman or two men?
Two men. That was two men.
Yeah. Right. So that's, I mean, so think about it. If a woman were to do that, the same. I think the same. Although it's not across the board in all the countries, but increasingly that recognition is coming. They are always there was some historically the laws tended to be rather lenient, or they didn't see it as the same kind of difficulties. Like for example, two women can do certain things and they would not see it as problematic as if two men did it. And that because more of the prescriptions from the Bible and so on and so forth. But increasingly, those kind of laws are being struck down now because the constitutional argument about discrimination is being made, and they're being made with strong force, and the courts are compelled to look at them and to see them and to conclude that they're improper.
Right, but I mean, like if Shady, for example, Shady, I'm just throwing you in the mix here. Shady's working somewhere, and I
thought he was working at Boom.
And I don't want to color Boom like this. Right? So Shady is working somewhere, and you know, his direct supervisor is a woman, and she think that Shady is all that, you know. Now Shady needs his job.
Yeah.
She corner him in her office, right? And you know, tell him this is what's happening, and I getting some of that brown sugar today. Now, it's been hi morning.
Yeah. I know. When councillor is on, you just see the
all
phone.
Right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Good morning, Carlo. Welcome to Boom.
Good morning. I'm calling from Courts Ready Cash.
From
Courts Ready Cash. All right, we got courts coming up, so yeah, let's do courts council until we meet again.
Until we meet again. Take care.
I'm sorry, councillor. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's not a problem at all. I got work to do.
Juma was bringing the fire, but we've got courts.
We have courts in the house.
Of Independence.
Oh my God!
They have things.
They have
courts.
thing,
Talk to me.
Yeah. Good morning. How are you doing?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good.
Right, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Yes.
We are here to make it better.
Well, I see real things happening. You know, I see that is ready for the season and all kind of thing happening. So you had to let us know what's going on.
The season is up on us now.
Yeah. Oh gosh! All right. So tell me how I can top up myself for the season.
Right. So right now, if you take out a loan, we have promotion. Well, we have a promotion running currently that started yesterday actually. So
right.
We are giving away $20,000 in cash and prize.
Wow.
So keep in mind, this is October the 26th and it's running until December the 16th. So you know you have a long time.
So you have time. So it's not just a 1 week window so that nobody can take advantage of it. That's what you're saying. It's right through. Okay.
Right through. So from now until mid-December, we have things and the grand prize is a full room makeover. Right? So that's the grand prize.
A full room makeover?
Yeah.
Okay. Explain to me what this room makeover look like.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we have courts there. So we have everything over there.
So I could choose the room that I want, or you telling me the room?
No, you choosing the room.
Oh God.
Sounds good, boy. Wow.
So, you know, the man, they have girls who come over and things, so she could come in and say, "Gee, they say nice boy."
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Boy.
So then she could come over and say, "Hey, you do this," and then you could right?
Yes.
And then we also have business loans. We also offer business loans.
Yeah.
So for persons who are interested in that, if you take a business loan of $8,000 or more, you get $2,500 cash back.
What?
Right?
Wait.
Break it down for Fernando because he can handle the backside.
Say that one more time.
Right. So if you take a business loan or micro loan of $8,000 or more, you get $2,500 cash back.
Jeez,
$2,500, right? So we ain't taking it lightly this season.
You ain't take it lightly. Come on now. Share the face light up on the head.
I think Courts and Santa have a deal.
Yeah, I feel so, boy. I feel so. Cheese and peas. Go ahead. Yeah.
So if you're hearing all of this, you're listening right now, and you're saying, "Boy, I'm interested in this." You might wonder, how do I go about getting a loan? Right? So we are located opposite the post office, first of all. Right? So if you want to find us, that's where we are. It's not.
So we ain't going by Courts office. We ain't going by the big yellow building. No.
Yeah.
Across from
the post office.
Right.
Loans can be done at the big yellow building as well, but we are we focus on loans alone, right?
Yeah, it's right.
So if I want to see a loan specialist, I come directly to that office. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
All right.
Right? No appointments needed, so you can just walk in. Right? That's the other thing. If you want to call beforehand, you can do that. I'll give you the numbers in a minute. So you just need, let's see, never credited from post before. You need 2 pieces of identification.
Like Mario.
A job letter and a payslip. Some people don't receive payslip. That's fine. You can bring the job letter. Right? And some form of proof of address. So that would be in the form of like a utility bill. If the bill is in your name, you bring in a recent bill. If the bill is not in your name and it's in your father's name, you could say, "Okay, write me a letter, please. Right. To give information to use the bill."
And if I squat in by a smalls.
No, you can't get.
Well, we have something for that.
Boy, don't
We have something for that.
Like coach, like he has something for everything, boy.
We have something for everything.
Yeah.
You have a bank or credit union account, and then when you set up the bank account, they will have your address in the system, so then you could ask for a printout or a letter, and then they will put the address on it, so we could use that in place of the bill. Right? So make it easier for everybody. Right? And those three things are what you need. So the proof of identification, the proof of address, and the proof of income. That's it. Those three major documents. That's it. That's all you need.
And you get money to borrow like that.
Just like that.
What kind of repayment structure do we have?
Right. So for loans up until 14,500, it's 24 months is the maximum, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we could go anywhere in between. We'll have to stick to the basic 24 and 12. And
Right. It's flexible. It's flexible. Yeah.
When you come in, I will tell you the amount that you will be paying per month. So I'll just make sure, that you're comfortable with this, and then this is something you could repay. And then you could just increase or decrease the term of the contract.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Just make sure you're comfortable.
Right.
And the thing is, right, if you come in and settle the account before the allotted time, there's no penalties for that. But in fact, you will get a reduction on the interest.
Nice.
Right? You will take something off if you decide to, come in and settle it early, because, some people spend money for their family members down here. So if you want to just come in and settle the account one time, you come in and do that, and then you will pay the full interest.
Well, speaking of outside, someone on Facebook posted the question: can someone in the diaspora take out a loan on behalf of a local?
On behalf of a local? No, what we'd encourage the person who has the documentation to come in and take it out.
Right?
Yeah, but if that person is living foreign, I want to take out the loan and pay.
You don't. I think you guys have stores in New York, right?
Yeah, we have codes
So, right, but you guys don't do the loan, the ready finance loan system up there.
I'm not sure.
All right, so that will be something that we can research for next time, and next time we can definitely answer that. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's correct.
Wicked.
Right. But speaking of that, you brought up a good point there, because some people receive money from overseas as well, right? So they're not employed.
Right.
They receive money from the children or aunties and whatnot, and then you can get a loan using those documents as well.
So you could,
nice.
From the receipt from Western Union and MoneyGram, you could use that receipt.
You walk in with the last 6 months receipt.
Right, once it's consistent.
Okay, so as long as you can establish that it's a pattern of a payment coming to you, then okay.
Yeah, you could use that.
That's correct.
So
we'll have that in our system as the proof, as the source of income.
Right.
And then you can receive a loan using those documents as well. So you don't have to be employed per se. You can be self-employed. You can be supported through Western Union and MoneyGram receipts. You can also be retired, so you can use the retirement statement, and then you can offer your loan using that as well. So we try to cover all bases, make sure that no one is left out in terms of right. So once you receive an income somewhere, legally of course, then you can receive a loan.
Thank you for that distinction.
Man, there's just so much Coates is doing.
I'm telling
Independence and Christmas in reach yet. I mean, so those who need a loan now, especially the weekend coming up, it's not too low. It's not too late.
Of course, it's not too late.
It's not
you
too
can
late.
come in today.
Yeah.
You see, like Arnold's, I sure it's like 8:20 about now.
Yeah.
8:25.
Yeah.
You can come in today, and then once you present all the documents, like so if you're hearing me right now, you can come in, present all the documents, and then you should be able to get your loan by this afternoon.
What?
Oh, I'm telling you, boy, them people ramping, boy.
It's a fast food loan.
Yeah.
So I come in today, talk to you, you validate my documents, and I walk out ching.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Right. We have people who come up from the Grenadines, right? And then they bring in the documents, and then we get the They have to go back down by, well,
Yeah.
go back to your account,
Yeah.
transfer the money to your account as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to be up here just to collect the loan. You can wire it to your account.
Oh,
Good
God.
shady. Talk to them people down union. Talk to them union people.
Listen. Yes, man.
Man.
So people around in the Grenadines, they've made it easy for you.
Yeah.
You don't have any excuse. Call courts at what number?
So 456-1325. 456-1325.
Right.
That's what you have to post. If you want my extension personally, because I do up loan, my extension is 2123. So you can use that extension to get me.
Right.
So just to find out, if you want to make sure you have all the documents before you come in, because you don't want some people who live in some country or far Hollywood to come in and then here they don't have all the documents.
Right.
So if you want to find out before, then you can call me at that number and then you can just come and find out what is what, and then you can come in after.
Can the documents be scanned and emailed?
Yes, you can.
Okay, and what is the email for that?
Right. So my email is amigo, AMIGO, _ Ambrose, AMBROSE, at Unicommerce, that is UNICOMER, .com. So amigo _ Ambrose at unicommerce.com. That's my email. Right? You can send them, email them.
Yeah.
Right? And then I can call you after that, print your documents and scan them so you can sign them.
Right.
And then when you're coming, you come in to collect.
Yeah.
Easy.
So folks, you have heard it here. Remember when you check codes, tell them that you got your information here from
Boom and
Boom.
Amigo.
Yes,
Hola, me amigo.
Mucho dinero.
Amigo promised me mucho dinero.
Man.
That's
Folks,
the phrase that pays.
Folks, man. I mean, it's really, I must give you guys credit for, the flexibility you guys are offering and the opportunity, because a lot of persons now, they need, that sort of income. They need a top up. They're not in the position of Shady and Mario. They're like me who suffer.
Wow.
Amigo, any final words, brother?
Right. So just to reiterate, so repeat the number, so 456-1325, and my extension is 2123. That's my extension if you want to reach me. Remember, we have cash and prizes given away until December. December, they have a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you, amigo.
Thank you very much, man.
That's
Thank you very much
awesome.
for having me. You guys enjoy yourself.
You as well. And don't forget, dinero rhymes with amigo. You understand? So when you go, make sure and talk to courts and let them know you're there for mucho dinero promised by amigo.
Fernando rhymes with dinero.
El Breco, because we need the sponsorship.
Real serious.
Almost anything of value. Get cash for gold same day. The highest prices on jewelry, gold, silver, and diamonds are available at CashWiz. Bring in items in good working condition and cash out instantly. We buy, sell, and trade.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company. The Caress Food Mart Independent Specials.
At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus, for supreme care and more.
And 50 cents. Volley 750 150 ml seasoning, $10. Handy Helper paper towel, $3.45. 3-bottle special, SLR, Sparrows, and Joby's Punch of Cream, $80. Offer valid from the 24th to the 31st of October.
Big People Events presents October Raga Soca Fest on Saturday the 22nd of October. Going down at Woodsy, 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Showtime, 9 p.m. with live performance by Adrian Bailey and the Magma Band featuring Scott.
The event we've all been waiting for. Get ready for a night of poise, elegance, sophistication, and pure talent. The Miss Plus Size Universe International brings to you its 7th annual pageant as they present some of the most beautiful women all vying for the crown on Saturday, November 5th at the Russell Auditorium, Kingston, St. Vincent at 8 p.m. Get your early bird tickets for only $50. General tickets $100. For the VIP table, only $250. Get your tickets at Diamond Girl, Kathleen Bailey Creations at E.T. Joshua Mall and the Land Store at the airport terminal. Live performances by Darren Andrews, Javid, and more. Also, an appreciation and red carpet segment. Wow! Who will take home the crown for the Miss Plus Size Universe International 2022 on Saturday?
Something new is coming to Villa. Get ready for the launch of Pier 1 Beach Club and Restaurant. Make it a Pier 1 weekend with the official launch party on Wednesday, October 26th from 7 p.m. until Thursday, 27th is a Vinci thing. Food, fest, and fun from 2 p.m. until Friday, 28th. We go Vintage Vinci with a massive old school party from 7 p.m. until Saturday, 29th. Get ready for the Royal Rain, the official after party for Miss SBG from 9 p.m. until Sunday is Seafood Sundays. Let's brunch from 11 a.m. until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Regular admission is only $30, VIP $60, or get a weekend pass, $100 regular, VIP $200. Look out for the best DJs all weekend long. The wait is over. Get ready for Pier 1 Beach Club and Restaurant at the location formerly known as Iguana in Villa. Brought to you by Digicel, Campari, Hyrule Hold Your Own, Johnny Walker, Joshe, and 4 Shells. Official after party for Miss SBG from 9 p.m. until Sunday is Seafood Sundays. Let's brunch from 11 a.m. until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Regular admission is only $30, VIP $60, or get a weekend pass, $100 regular, VIP $200. Look out for the best DJs all weekend long. The wait is over. Get ready for Pier 1 Beach Club and Restaurant at the location formerly known as Iguana in Villa. Brought to you by Digicel, Campari, Hyrule Hold Your Own, Johnny Walker, Joshe, and 4 Shells.
The evolution of radio. Boom 1069.
Looking for all the Vincies in the house. If you're in the diaspora, let us know, all right? Where in the world are you? Looking for Vincy flags, Vincy pride. This is how we do it. Totally, properly Vincy. Boom 1069 FM. In a little bit, you'll get a chance to call in and win some high rune. You can hold your own, all right? Shady, none for you. You walk in here.
Intentions of every creed and race.
in the house. Who else?
Woman move from in front the door. 10 years, how can I ignore? 10 years, you know I done book up me flight. 10 years, this ain't no time to be picking fight. 10 years, do darling. 10 years, stop your crying. 10 years, no more begging. 10 years, useless pleading. 10 years, girl, it's 10 years of mass and music. 10 years, 10 years I can't refuse it. 10 years, 10 years. and Steve and 10 years a DJ, pumping night and day, jam till we break away.
The evolution of radio. Boom 1069.
What? That's really we should divert this nice day.
Boy, boy, big up Chinny and big up Chinny in the house, but boy, you can't come in our Vincy, properly Vincy thing. Go.
I get carried away.
I get carried away when you do that too.
I get carried away.
Yo.
Listen, Fernando.
Hey.
That's Brooklyn in the house, Montreal in the house, Puerto Rico in the, everybody in the house,
Vincy Chin in the house,
Nigeria,
Nigeria,
represented.
You got Nigeria there, Yo, we are Nigerian in the house.
So listen, someone is saying, Mario, you are correct. Thank you so much. We as black people, in fact, can be racist. Okay. Usually black like myself discuss around other our peers of the race, the races we don't like. Come on, let's be honest. Quite a few of us in our subconscious don't like a particular race. Someone says Jomo is just pro-black, hence to fail to see the alternate. I think everybody can be anyone can be racist. Yeah. Jomo is suggesting that all black people who harms a white person are charged. I don't know. No, you read that. You read that already.
We read that.
All right.
Boy, that segment. That segment.
It got you. Council. Yeah. You read all that. Okay. So you caught up on all the Instagram, all the thing messages. So that's good. So, I just think it's a dangerous mindset to cultivate, saying that somebody can't be racist. I have seen some old black people, and I mean, probably rightfully so, sitting on the stoop, in Brooklyn, and they're racist. They are racist.
Oh,
they talk about the white dog and the black, and the white devil, and the only white meat they like is pork. Real thing.
Well, what Jomo is saying, you have to have some sort of power.
So you're saying because I don't have power, I have carte blanche to hate because I know it wouldn't be considered racist? That's a serious mindset you're cultivating there. Seriously?
Hey, cheese and bread. Boy, that segment if I shady, I'm confused on the backside.
You would say you love her
because Winston say you're confusing prejudice with racism.
Oh gosh,
wow.
Again, giving people a get out of jail free card.
I sent a photo there for you.
Oh gosh, you sent it on my WhatsApp?
Yes. Boy, I want to dance, I want to talk. You should have that session there for Friday, Shady Boy. And Mario, I see Mario, we have some beautifully designed 6-pack of Hyrule Bear. They're saying hold your own properly, Vincy.
Exactly. So if you can call us and answer a question from
folks, listen, right? You think it's right that I am in this studio here. They know I just drink my little thing, and I can't touch none of the one from the 6-pack. I can't take out the 6-pack.
No,
Mario, even this one here, the camera ain't gonna pick that one. Not the front one. Watch. If you,
I just want to pose with it, like Vanna White. Can I say Vanna White, or is that making me?
No, making
me.
I don't know.
A white colonialist because of it.
But what I'm saying, right? The 6-pack, the design is there, but the one from the back over here, when nobody can see. Properly, Vincy.
You see, this is what I'm saying. It's about the honor system. Oh God, but be honest now, Vincy, man.
But tomorrow's independence, boy. We need to.
So we'll knock one tomorrow.
No. We're gonna knock one when it's done. But what is the national flower? I think is the La Soufrière, the La Soufrière flower. Yeah. Okay, Sophia Jacob said everyone has unconscious bias, biases, the opportunity to realize it, recognizing it, and hold oneself accountable is where real change starts. And that is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. And, black, white, whatever is the color, we all one. Nevertheless, some persons, think that they're more superior than others. I don't entertain that talk. You know what I mean? All of us are one. If you come around me with any prejudice, racist thing, you're going to get pushback from me. You know what I mean?
So you don't feel that you're better than some white people?
No, not at all. I'm not better than anybody. The vagrant, every one of us are the same. You know what I mean? So that is the spirit what we really, have to encourage as well. While we having our debate, because even this debate is not personal.
No,
you know what I mean? And
it's an exchange of ideas.
Yeah, I think some people take things too personal. No. You know what I mean? And racism is ignorance.
I gotta say, good morning to Nyla. Yeah. Nyla, I know that this topic that we've been speaking about this morning, with the minor and the whole issue of rape and stuff like that. It's oh my, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And we are asking the same questions that you are, Nyla, in that where exactly are the morals that should have been dictated by everybody there.
All right, let me think about it. Okay, folks, if you're viewing the live, the Facebook live, you can see a photo of the man who is in the video forcing himself upon the young lady. The lady seems to be out of it. Because we are following this development here, where the video has surfaced, and a lady is seen in a video. She seems to be out of it. She seems to be either drunk or sort of in a state of unconsciousness. Though she's pushing back when the guy is forcing himself upon her, she's pushing back. But there's the guy there, and I hope something comes out of this serious, because there's also a lady in the background. She's you can hear her in the video. She's shouting, look at how the lady's private part looks clean, and she's telling the guy, she's encouraging the guy to go on her and perform this what I would perceive to be unlawful act.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I am sick to my stomach at just the mere thought of the implication of this. I mean, there was a crowd of folks there.
Yeah,
just come on, man,
just cheering it on.
And this is why I say, that I had to scrutinize everything, because people do stuff for clout, etc., etc. But come on, man. I mean, that is, as a human being, animals wouldn't even see that happen. Like, what is going on here?
And it puts us in a bad light, because whatever is happening there is our nationality, our accent being highlighted. You know what I mean? But we cannot hide the fact that this is a problem and it needs to be addressed. We have Carla Backer saying the police need to make an arrest.
They need to. I mean, I come here daily, and I try to look for, a common baseline of law, order, and logic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the parent in me is just fuming right now. And we need to figure out what's going on here. How can this be allowed to happen and nobody be held accountable?
This is what I'm saying.
Even okay. Let's. I know that people like to run up on the government and say, well, all right, the government allowing this. But what happened? Let's start with the neighborhood too.
Yeah.
How come the one in the neighbor? Now, I'm not giving anybody a pass. Huh?
Yeah.
So on Facebook, don't say that I like the government and blah 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 blah. I'm not giving anybody a pass, but I'm just going for the immediate reaction, right? Because I heard a story where two gay folks were sleeping, and people from the neighborhood grabbed them and beat them and all kinds of stuff. But a man raping a woman, allegedly raping a woman in front of everyone, and no one's stopping it.
Nobody's
like, come on, where's the line there, right? And then we can move up the chain and say, well, okay, what's happening to the authorities? Are the authorities going to get involved? And because you have this on tape, investigate, give us a statement, say, listen, you know, I found out. We are investigating the situation where there's a video circulating, right? As there's more information, we will let the public know, right?
I see a comment here from an attorney at Line St. Vincent, Adrian, and he's saying the behavior displayed by the participant in the videos are ferocious, dismal, and inhumane. Okay, what could possess an individual to record a woman who clearly has no idea what's going on in such a compromising position? Not only was that recorded but released into the public domain, where this poor lady is now open to ridicule. A young lady was stripped of a shirt that was seemingly not hers. Fine, you want your shirt. This is another video, I think. Why embarrass and expose that young lady like that?
Because everything is for Facebook these days. Everything. I see a woman put a man up on Facebook because he pee her bed. I mean, like, how could you do that?
Yeah.
But getting back to the point here, I see someone on Facebook say it's because the guy has friends in high places. That don't matter when you're in a neighborhood, though. No. Come on.
No. But the neighborhood have to take action as well. But there is a limit to which the law requires the neighborhood to take action.
Will not ever stop anybody in any neighborhood here from doing something.
Well, you could be charged. You remember?
They could be charged for beating up the two homosexuals too, but that didn't stop them.
Right, and they could be charged. I'm just saying some of what takes place and what causes some of these problems, or the resistance sometimes to react, is that, you know, there are laws that could prevent you from doing these things. And in that case, the authorities, those in you know, the higher echelon of our society, if we send a strong message, if you send a strong message that this is not tolerated, you're gonna feel the full blunt of the law. And then again, we come back to the sentencing guideline issue. There isn't much we have seen move in terms of the sentencing guideline to really address these things as serious as people are expecting, and that's why you see this is so prevalent, because there is really no serious repercussion, I would say, for these things.
So I agree with you that there needs to be a statement put out by the authorities. I agree with that. The optics of this, you know, even if it's to investigate to see what's going on, let us know that this isn't just, you know, passing by, that this just doesn't go on over your head. Right. And then follow up from there.
And that is the same conversation. It comes back to the same thing we were having last week with regards to the teen who went missing. What are the following up? What are we gonna hear from the authorities? You know what I mean? In terms of the public perception, you know, even to show that justice has been solved.
Yeah, but that's a kind of particular situation, as in you don't know what the scenario is with the father, if they're pressing charges, if they want anything to be you know, released and so forth. So, because I mean, this situation came to a peaceful resolve, right? So you don't know what the follow-ups with the guy and his family and what they want.
And that's why it needs a thorough investigation.
Of
because
course,
whether or not
but what I'm saying is you may not
so,
hear it because of what the family wants.
But if this be a case where the family is saying, you know, we shouldn't press any charges, we should just left it as it is, she back home, do you think it should just remain that way?
But whether I think so or not, it's the family that dictates that. I can't say, well, I know you don't want to press charges, but I think I should bossy head. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not giving anybody excuses. I'm just saying I don't have all the facts in that case.
But then,
in this case, it seems to be that there is a flagrant crime happening, an atrocious crime happening on camera. It seems like that.
So
somebody
I think the
should
phone
be
is going off
something.
the hook, you know. Hello?
Hi, good morning, you're live.
Good morning, Mario.
Yes.
How are you, my friend?
Buddy, I am frustrated with that video that I'm seeing. Like, frustrated.
Well, my friend, well, that's why I call it. And That's why I call. And when these things happen, and I think I reached out and said it's good that the guy find his little girl.
Yeah. Yes.
Because when we're looking at these kind of videos where adults are concerned, you having where somebody is recording and other people is telling him what to do.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
This guy has been directed by a number of people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say again, when you have these videos surrounding and coming out on the media, where you guys on radio are pushing this out on the live, and it shows that you all guys and myself are concerned citizens of what is happening.
Yeah.
And where is the police to take these clips and try to find out where this happened and who all was involved? You need to get down to, if the police don't get up and do their work, what do you think? They're always going to be chastised and say the police ain't doing this and the police ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Because that is what is happening.
And that's what I'm saying. We have to get down to the nitty-gritty of things.
Exactly. When you guys, and it's not just you guys alone, it's the other radio stations doing the same and talking the same thing. So we have a number of radio stations that is putting these things on in life and talking about the disgust of the thing.
Yeah.
You have people making their comments. I call it in, brother. I have daughters. And we all have to be each brother's keepers. When things like this is happening, we need to speak, and the police need to respond because they're there to serve and protect. And if they don't reach out when these things are happening on the radio, and you're seeing it on the live, and go out and go to the place where it happened and investigate and do their job.
If they don't do it, it seems like we're encouraging it.
It shows the way the police are not doing their job, and they don't concern. When they have to, let me tell you, like I said before, there are brilliant police officers out there, but when they don't do the job, they have to take the stick.
Yeah, Charles, we have 30 seconds. Sorry.
But you guys continue to focus on these kind of things when these things are wrong.
Yeah.
And for the lady who's been recording and talking, we need to find these people and bring them to justice because the poor lady, you're putting a man to do this to this lady.
Yeah.
The lady can't because the number of people who are there, she afraid to respond and afraid to rebel because she feels something might happen to her. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, buddy.
It's ridiculous, my brother.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Thanks a lot for your contribution.
So, put up the photo again. Let me see. And Mario, this is what I'm saying again, right? When I mean, I could understand you're saying we have to do this and we have to do that, but the thing is, people are tired. People are tired waiting and saying we are expecting this, when we don't see anything, or even when something come out is some light mediocre sentence. So that's why people are so serious with this. When we say, oh, well, we have to wait until the other side, or we have to, the parents might be wanna discuss it people are tired, man.
But that doesn't negate the fact that there's
but what
there's
I'm
channels
saying,
to follow because you're tired
channels
of
to follow, but it also means that you have to challenge these channels because these are the same one who come to you and give you the information how they want the information to go out.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with challenging
but what I'm
challenging it.
So this is that is what I'm saying. Yeah. But I think sometimes we're too laid back with this thing and saying, oh, we have to wait from this. We have to be demanding these people to do something better.
Of course. We are there to hold them accountable. I have no problem with that. If you're doing nonsense, call it out. Yeah. But find out the nonsense that's being done and call that out.
We have a call again. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Good morning, you're live.
Morning. Hello?
Hello.
You're live and boom.
Good morning. As a human,
morning.
Hey, Max.
As a human being, I'm very upset with that video. As a father, I am very, 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 very upset. As a brother, I am beyond upset. But hey, what Fernando?
Yeah.
You saying people tired, right? People fed up. But we're not fed up enough. Because Mario make a good valid point. 2 adult homosexual guys was having consensual sex and a whole community come and beat them. How tired are we? Are we really tired? Or are we really tired? Question to be 2 consensual adults having homosexual sex. But we see evidence of rape and we do not know yet as a community but waiting on police.
And that is what I'm saying. Yeah.
I am not condoning violence. But if it's somebody who cheats on a man with the girl for the man, when I go out with the plan him after that, that's right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we witness a rape.
Yeah.
And we tell United Nations Security Council, I hate to blame it to the government, but we tell United Nations Security Council we're going to increase safety for women and children. Here is an opportunity to make sure that women do not get violated again.
Walk the talk.
Now we stick in.
Yeah.
Now, hear what now? I am not happy to see the video leaker, but it's a necessary must because a lot of people ignoring rape culture in Tinbin too. Look, rape culture in front of your face, and you can't come sugarcoat that one thing out. What are we going to do about it? That's the question, because when I say Tinbin to have a rape culture, people say I should be charged with treason because I don't love Tinbin and the Grenadines. Fernando, you want your daughter to be able to walk the streets of Tinbin and the Grenadines, and you not worry about nobody violating.
Yeah.
If she not safe, me can't be happy.
No.
We can't be that coffee and put in that public.
Yeah.
So we as a country have to be upset.
Yes.
And the people of them who recorded and hear some man named a call. Yeah, he was his videographer.
Yeah.
And people, investigation need to happen and the man need to go under the jail. Because guess what now, this is the first time that because then they keep comfortable behind that car in this.
Yeah.
So this is something that they are always doing. This is a premeditated act. They cannot butt up.
Yeah.
This is a premeditated act. They plan up for that because they do it already.
Yeah.
And we as a country have to take ownership of our responsibility because a lot of us ignore rape.
Yeah.
Why rape them
Right.
put to death.
No.
Because you get mothers no stepfather rape them daughter. And because you man buy tongue and a half a chicken back to them quiet. Alright.
Alright.
So it's a very sad reality. I'm glad it really come out so we could really see what happening because a lot of us in denial and
Yeah.
and we need a serious intervention for us to snap out of this number that we're in and hopefully this is the intervention we need. And the Christian council, you can't come out and start this, I need to shut up.
Yeah, this is why I wonder what the Christian counselor is in all this, huh? I keep asking about the Christian counselor.
You know why Christian council and everything is passed, so them have to speak young, and them and the boys, and them and the children. That's why they're quiet.
Ah, Max.
Max, you have 20 seconds to wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to talk real quick because
Yeah.
some can't go to a bunch of food.
Yeah, Max.
You could fool, man, but you
Yeah,
can't fool
food,
yourself.
yeah. Respect on our brother. Yes, man. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you see.
this needs to be thoroughly vetted, thoroughly investigated, and there should be as a matter of public information, public
For real,
decency.
yes.
The public should know what's going on.
We are Tafari say he must get nothing under 15 years. We take a tap of the hour one?
Yeah, let's take a tap and come back. It's just after 9.
I see the phone going off. But call back. Let's go to the top of the.
We serving you up the #1 morning show in SBG. OMG in the morning with the real Badman Bing, Daniel, and DJ Shady.
Yeah. You see that place called 784? It's a different planet altogether. Hey, I see them lighters. Pagan, lighters. Pagan, I see lighters. Pagan, lighters. Pagan, I see lighters. Pagan, lighters. Pagan, I see lighters. Pagan. Whoa, boom, Vincy people. Nobody no bad like Vincy people. No, nobody no bad like Vincy people. Watching them with time up on your vehicle. I say we mad and we all bad all abroad. Some of the people them shouting no God. When we go party we party in hall. Take off the shoe, put it up in the air. Tell the security that we no care. Help on the table, stand up and a cheer. Take out your matches and let them go flare. Lighters, pagan, lighters. Pagan, I say lighters. Pagan, lighters. Pagan, I say lighters. Pagan, lighters. Pagan, I say lighters. Pagan. Whoa, boom, Vincy people. Nobody no bad like Vincy people. Nobody no bad like Vincy people. Watching them with time up on your vehicle. Get Vincy people. Hey, everything that when we mash up the tongue. Be a blessing when we jumping around. One in the weed and we drinking the rum. Mash up the floor when we jump on the tongue. Vincy me go and Vincy me from. You know that me born from the dead and me born. Me get and me rock and me flag and me hand. To turn up the fete is the only mission. Not on the south, on the east, and the west. Fire and loot, tell mash up the fete. Hyper 4000 and crab of finesse. Big up to Casper, she open the fete. Royal and Lassie and all of the rest. Six, pixel times it set. Small circuit, never see nothing yet. Beaches come and she mash up the fete. Help on film, but we cannot forget. Big up Jimsy because we give him respect. Problem child, he does right for the best. Mason and Rock, I make everything wet. Skinny fabulous, I come off for the jet. When I mash up the fete, if you give me the check. Anywhere me step, place of a wreck. I am not that we as Vincy people. Nobody know about the Vincy people. Watch it them we climb up on your vehicle. Nobody know about the Vincy people. The Vincy people.
For my country, for my mother country, for my country, for my motherland. Just to let us say alien, they thinking that I'm a gun see. Look at how they want judge me because the people they love me. Jumping up on an iron board and defend me mother country. Nobody cannot clone me, but them always they wrong me. When the girl them hear those advice, shaking up their bumpsy. Man them with the bacon can light, better watch your boundary. When the junction up in the fed is if you see them a come see. Mash it up and we rip it up and we take it to the world bloodly. We don't done, but we done the place. We don't done, but we will done this place. We don't done, but we done the place. And I'm taking it to the world for me country straight. I say, don't let the master. We going in there, head bad, don't let the master. We going in there, head bad, don't let the master. We going in there, head bad, we going in there, head bad, we going in there. They say that I wanna reach, but I never listen to Shaggy. No one they on the stage, I hope they buy ticket come see. Get girl easy up in the dance, I bet they know we not clumsy. Never gonna sell out my place, I would rather stay hungry. Never born in a luxury, but mommy show me where love be. Daddy say nothing come free, we put in work for their comfy. Reach to school without bus fee, pass me test without hat fee. You can tell me what struggle, cause I know exactly where that be. We don't done, but we done the place. We don't done, but we will done this place. We don't done, but we done the place. And I'm taking it to the wall for me country straight.
OMG in the morning.
That's how we do it, keeping the Vincy vibe alive. Gotta say big respect to the Flow, folks. Flow is giving you Customer Appreciation Month this month. Definitely so. It's Customer Appreciation Month. Enjoy big savings on smartphones when you upgrade or switch to a Flow postpaid plan today. Get a new 50 megapixel camera, Samsung Galaxy A13 for only $43. Terms and conditions apply. Flow is keeping you connected.
Yeah.
What else
we have some comment over here. We have some comment. Abri Bergen said, SVG does not have a rape culture in my opinion. What SVG has is a sick set of individuals who, as long as the opportunity arises, will indulge in all sort of activities of a sickening, derogatory and distasteful nature with impunity. And those are very strong words. I totally agree with you.
I agree, and that's what I said earlier. And even when Max said it's a serious rape culture in SVG, I had to go because a rape culture somehow means that everybody, every male, or the majority of males in SVG is okay with this happening, and this is their modus operandi. And I don't think that is so. I think though that that there is a total permeation when it comes to these acts. We need to make sure that folks are called out and held accountable, so that the optics of a rape culture or rape tolerance isn't the narrative that's being construed, because this is what causes people to say that.
Exactly.
So we just need to make sure that we're putting things in the right context and that people are getting justice.
Firebird say he looks sick. If that was me, I'd buy no the rest.
Real things. Randy Dredd said too many young girls are being taken advantage of for many reasons. Poverty, etc. Society needs to bring forward sex offense registry and more to protect our future posterity. And he says people thrive on vices rather than morals. And It's disgusting.
It is.
451-1069. That's the number to call on air. 455-1069. That's our WhatsApp number, just in case you want to get in on the discussion. I know a lot of folks have been trying to call.
We have a voice note. Yeah, we have a voice note.
But it's got to be played on that one, though.
We got to be played on that. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
We have some comments. You see some comments there?
I'm just reading some WhatsApp comments here, man. On the
Facebook.
Yeah, Shady, did you want to help him out there with that WhatsApp note? Just
Shady, play the WhatsApp
to make sure.
Preston,
Shady, don't have to play the voice note. All right, you learn it.
Preston say it is perceived as a rape culture because it seems like it's acceptable, and that is the point I was trying to make as well.
And that's what I reiterated as well. It's something that cannot be seen to be tolerated. Because that's what leads to the narrative of rape culture, and if that's not the narrative that you want people to have, then the onus is on the authorities to change that narrative.
Yes, and that is the point I'm making. Fidelia Richardson said, "Say no to woman beater." You know, I think that is something. It is overbearing. It is overbearing, and something needs to be. What is happening there? Yeah.
I don't understand that. None of them are loading.
Too many, Randy said, too many young girls are being taken advantage of. You read that already? Yeah. So Mario, this is the thing. And I'm just wondering how long should we be talking about this? When is this gonna end?
How long should we be talking about it?
Yeah.
We should be talking about it all the time to make sure that justice is served. How long we should be talking about it? The question is how long before we get an answer.
Yeah.
I don't know that there should be any kind of extended time before a statement is made, because a statement should be made.
And that is why I asked you the question, because we need something to be done. Shady loading up. I know we got some WhatsApp messages, but I don't know what is happening over there. But Winston said, "Twissam Tonham, how you want rape culture is all too real. Where else in the world you ever hear them have rape rally?"
What?
Winston said they had rape rally. So okay, we have a
caller. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning. How you all doing?
Good.
Hey, it all comes down to education too, eh?
Yeah.
We had to educate our males and we had to educate our young ladies. I have seen too many young ladies allowing themselves to be abused and called all kind of names and addressing all kind of derogatory manner by young males. We need to, this thing, tie your bull and tie your heifer and loose your bull. Where parents figure that the boys must roam, but they keep the girls under strict control. And as a matter of what you find out, is that in a lot of instances, the education is not there. A lot of parents are afraid to talk, are uncomfortable, let me not say afraid, uncomfortable talking to their daughters and their sons about certain matters when it relates to sexual nature and how to treat the opposite sex and all them kind of thing.
Right.
So you find that a lot of girls go up, they see it happening in the home. They see daddy beating mommy. They see daddy cheating mommy in a certain way, a boyfriend cheating mommy in a certain way. And they figure that, people go and tell you, if the man don't beat them, he don't love them. I don't condone that. But we have it's a whole educational shift we need. And this been happening from time immemorial, and this is not just today. This is something happening from way back when. As a youngster, we know who beat who in the area, who used to beat who, but we kept quiet about it. And I think it's a time for us to expose it and talk about it more so people can know that it is not acceptable.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you, Bambo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's overbearing, man. Thanks very much.
Man,
All right. Yeah. So we're definitely at a place where folks are tired. And I mean, you can't be looking at a young lady. No lady, as a matter of fact, you see she in such a condition. You know what I mean? The problem is really the condition in which you see this lady is in. And you could see a whole host of persons surrounding the woman while this man performing the act. Allison said we need for the women who are in power position to take a firm stand. Yeah. Randy is asking, what about adults in government institution that have relationship with young boys because they are targeted as well? Yeah. So. But we are on this issue here with regards to this abuse and what is that mean?
What was that all about? Why were they doing a rape rally?
Okay, so play it back.
So I've got one message here from Thorn. From T-Bone.
You have a voice note.
Yeah, a voice note.
Seen the rape culture in FCG, but didn't they have a rape rally in St. Vincent and Grenadines a couple of years ago? What was that all about? Why were they doing a rape rally?
A rape rally.
Yeah, I keep hearing about this rape rally. I'm not too familiar.
It wasn't a rape rally. It was crime against. But hang on, I've got some more more voice notes.
Sorry. Yeah.
Did you pull down my volume? Is that all?
No, your volume is good.
There's no audio on that.
No
audio.
You sure your phone not malfunction?
Oh, my phone don't malfunction, buddy. Bluetooth gonna look.
Seen the rape culture.
See, my phone don't malfunction. How about you?
A rape culture is a society or environment whose prevailing social attitude have the effect of normalizing or trivializing sexual assault and abuse. The film takes a look at rape culture and what it means to be a woman in a male-dominated society. And that is a very important point again. I want to read over about that. A rape culture is a society or environment whose prevailing social attributes have the effect of normalizing or trivializing sexual assault and abuse. Those are strong words, but those are fundamental. So if we are trivializing it, if we are normalizing it,
right? But are we trivializing and normalizing it?
Maybe that's a question that is.
But I'm asking you: are you trivializing?
No.
Have you seen an air of it being trivialized and normalized?
A lot of the abuse that is taking place in our society is being trivialized and normalized.
By whom?
By us.
You need to qualify that statement. By us? Yeah. By whom? Yeah. I don't trivialize or normalize none of that.
Listen. Even
and I have a platform on the radio, and I
Mario. I'm not saying you could be in a bracket. You don't have to be someone who is trivializing a norm. I'm not saying everybody.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? Too often.
Right.
That is the problem.
But I'm asking by whom? You're saying that's the problem.
By us, the society.
What?
What you mean?
I don't. Shady.
I don't understand.
DJs could take some licks too. I could take some licks too.
No, I'm not
telling you.
I'm not saying. I'm just asking for you to qualify that statement because every time something like this comes up, the society is outraged. So I've never seen a normalizing or trivializing of it.
Yeah, I see. But what are you saying?
Somebody saying, what happened when all them hotels opened and guests started to come? What's going on here? Somebody says too much scapegoating. Randy says too much scapegoating and band-aid instead of rooting it out. I agree. Get to the heart of the matter.
Yeah.
But
and even if you're looking at it, from the system's approach towards the situation.
Right.
Look at how the system deals with these issues. Look at who is coming forward. Do you often hear anybody in power, coming out and saying this is overbearing and making a strong statement?
I'm taking special notice today, right? So that I can continue.
Well, if you're taking strong notice now, hopefully now you're taking some strong notice. You might get some strong response.
Well, you see what I mean? I don't think it's my notice that's going to cause anything, but I'm saying I'm not discounting the track record that you guys are telling me that has basically made you frustrated and tired of, I'm not discounting any of that, right? Because who feels it knows it. But what I'm saying is I've never seen a trivializing of, a woman being abused maybe I traveling in different circles.
We have a killing culture.
Travel in different circles. A killing culture?
Yeah, do you have a murder culture as well?
Boy, you might have to say that right now, you know. you might have to say that right now. Because if you check it out, you know what I mean, how much persons have been charged for murders in St. Vincent? How often you hear police solving cases, and how often you hear people dying, and
That means a culture.
well, if based on if you're normalizing it and trivializing it.
Who normalizing it?
You know what I mean?
I don't see nobody with the foot cock up saying, boy, the next one gone, you know. Nice things.
Okay, Preston
Preston
is saying, and he's saying it's normalized and trivialized due to lack of charges being brought against the perpetrators.
Right.
You know, so it's sort of like the point I'm making.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, and I have a monocle because I'm an old man with a bad eye. I have a monocle, and I'm looking to see how things are handled now. Because, like I say, I always put an air of logic and and process the thing. So I'm looking and asking. Don't make me look stupid, huh?
Nah.
Not you. People out there, don't make me look stupid, huh?
Somebody
statement.
Saying,
I want statements.
I wonder how Mr. John doing. I hope his foot okay and he can. Jesus. But you know, Mario, really on a serious note.
Mr. John, good morning to you. Huh? Mr. John.
It's really
morning to you as well.
No morning from me.
You're getting Ashell no morning.
Nah, Ashell ain't getting no morning from me.
Sorry, Ms. Morgan. Let me stop acting like if I pitch marbles with the morning.
No morning from me right now. I vex.
You're real vexed.
Man, I real vexed today, and I've been vexed yesterday.
Well, listen, you need to go drink some weed wine. Load up your ads.
So Alison is saying exactly, Fernando, you're not hearing the police commissioner, the DPP, etc. condoning this behavior. You know what I mean, Mario?
Well,
you notice that? You notice that, Shady?
What?
No, Shady, seriously.
You heard the DPP, the DPP condone this behavior? Condone the raping of women and the abuse of women?
They're not.
Is that what you're saying? That you heard the DPP condone this kind of behavior?
No.
Oh.
No.
I was ready to run at you.
You're not. I said not hearing. You're not hearing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was ready. I was going to say, boy, when you talk. Okay, that. Anyways.
Yeah.
I get fired up then.
Give me some of them live ads. I have another story for you, but give me some of them live ads. At 9:30, we're gonna give you a bit of news as well. We're gonna give.
Oh gosh, we got some news at 9:30, and then we've got Doc coming up at 9:45 as well. Hopefully, we can have Doc in today. He had a couple emergencies yesterday.
Yeah.
You can spend the night at Max. Now with me, huh?
Yeah.
Shady might have a little thing, but now with me.
Who Max?
I am normalizing that.
Max also.
Max Pizza and Kitchen in Beckwith. No,
that was Max Walker.
No, Max Place.
No, Max Walker. That was Max.
Friday 21st from 5 p.m. Barside music, cocktail and wine specials, Hawaiian burgers with loaded fries, just $25. You can chill in Lime. Spend the night at Max this Friday 21st from 5 p.m. And Soca is happening as well too, right? Yeah. Chiwali, big up to you. Real, because you're going to give me today, because I forget things. And
Soca Chronicles.
Tell them.
Is on Sunday. Mm-hmm. This Sunday, it's all about recognizing Vince's very own authentic music. Raga, soca. We've been doing it for a long time, and them tuning out, trying to take it and call it groovy soca. But truly reminding them, and Vincent shall have to go out and support the thing.
Oh, you so hostile.
Right? No, but on Sunday, coming here at Arnisville. Folks, if you don't get your ticket now. Mm-hmm. Contact Chuali. Chuali will tell you who to contact, and go on Facebook, link him. Mm-hmm. But it's on the 30th. A whole host of raga, soca artists, Vincy very best. You know? Vincy very best. We have Chuali, we have El Punk, El Punk boy.
Yeah, man.
Whole night we drinking. We had Dimes and Picks. I see the rehearsing. Chanel Mackenzie. Boy, Chanel Mackenzie, oh my God, boy, she has a voice, boy. You have to respect she.
Big.
You know what I mean? We have Fernando, the Bamboo Man.
What you know about Groovy?
Wait a minute. Keep up with the pressure.
All right.
Right? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just see the rehearsal, you know what I mean? We have my boy, the boy for Rose. You know, he's coming out now. He came third for Raga Soca.
Right.
He in the mix.
Groovy.
For the Raga Soca. No, groovy. We have no groovy thing going on here. Remember Kevin Littleton, man? Raga Soca, Madzat, poor people. We set the chain, boy.
No, what's I hear? You act as though the
we
world
little
just
about with
Talawa.
We little about with Talawa, boy.
All those 60s and 70s groovy soca.
But we had that.
All right, partner.
We have
all right. I want to tell you about your worst word these days, and it's 5. Well,
I don't know why.
It's like a whole Hannah fig. Watch it.
I don't know.
Like a whole Hannah fig.
Mario, I don't know where you get this.
I gotta tell you. Listen.
You coming up making up things.
It's all 5 this October.
Go on
with KCC's Diamond Deal Independent Special.
You like use your 5, eh? Go with your
Get
5.
your vehicle loan at 5% interest rate on reducing balance, 5% deposit, and 5 years repayment time. Driving luxury this month at KCCU's offer. Continues to offer you a deal you can't miss. Offer ends October 31st, 2022. That's in a couple of days. So you only have a little time to get your 5s.
Yeah.
Come in and leave with the ultimate key to your freedom. Visit us today in Kingstown on Granby Street or call 457-2409. That's 457-2409. Find out more. KCCU terms and conditions.
Let me take 2 ads. Yeah?
Yeah.
You got to pay the bill.
This November 5th at Status Nightclub, the Parallax Company presents Cosplay Night of Fantasies costume party powered by Guinness. Fantasies start from the jump. Jello shots.
Something new is coming to Villa. Get ready for the launch of Pier 1 Beach Club and Restaurant. Make it a Pier 1 weekend with the official launch party on Wednesday, October 26th from 7 p.m. until Thursday, 27th is a Vinci thing. Food, fest, and fun from 2 p.m. until Friday, 28th. We go Vintage Vinci with a massive old school party from 7 p.m. until Saturday, 29th. Get ready for the Royal Raid, the official after party for Miss SBG from 9 p.m. until Sunday is Seafood Sundays. Let's brunch from 11 a.m. until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Regular admission is only $30, VIP $60, or get a weekend pass, $100 regular, VIP $200. Look out for the best DJs all weekend long. The wait is over. Get ready for Pier 1 Beach Club and Restaurant at the location formerly known as Iguana in Villa. Brought to you by Digicel, Campari, Hyrule Hold Your Own, Johnny Walker, Joshe, and 4 Shells.
party till we wet. In any carnival, we bring the bacchanal. Till them at any age, we mash up any stage. Them don't want nothing well, we cause we have it. If you come from Leeward, start to jump up countryside, start to jump Grenadines. Tell them it's Vincy, Kingston, start to jump up Marraquois, start to jump St. Vincent. Show me all the racks up in the air. Put them up in the air, decorate the atmosphere, the whole atmosphere. I wanna see every single hand, every woman, every man, every finger in the sky. Vincy's identify. We load and we post and don't tell any crowd. They don't have vibes like we, cause we are Vincy. Tell them as we just learn the vibe, the vibe, the vibe, the vibe, the vibe, the vibe, the vibe. Ain't got no shame, ain't got no pride, no pride, pride, no pride, pride, no pride. Tell them as we just make the whole place shake like an earthquake. The insanity, the crowd frenzy, it's we who burn up road, energy overload. Don't come try just we, cause we are Vincy. If you come from Leeward, start to jump up countryside, start to jump Grenadines. Tell them it's Vincy, Kingston, start to jump up Marraquois, start to jump St. Vincent. Show me all the racks up in the air, put them up in the air, decorate the atmosphere, the whole atmosphere. I wanna see every single hand, every woman, every man, every finger in the sky. Vincy's identify. We load and we post and don't tell any crowd. They don't have vibes like we, cause we are Vincy. We can get outrageous if we want, ham and gentle if we want. Whether water, whether wine, play shalom every time. Rum, see we and get drunk, behavior worse than a skunk. We don't ease up everything we mash it up. Tell them we don't back down and we don't mess around. None of them can stop we, cause we are Vincy. Cause we are Vincy. I wanna see every single hand, every woman, every man, every finger in the sky. Vincy's identify.
With the stories making news, brought to you with the compliments of Metrocent Insurance, I am Mario Ravello.
And I am Fernando. Good day. Welcome to Boom News Update. Lawyer and former National Scholar Granville Williams has been appointed to serve as the next Attorney General of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves made the announcement during a meeting of Parliament on Tuesday, October the 25th. Williams is the third attorney to be appointed under the Unity Labour Party administration. The first Attorney General appointed by the administration was Judith Jones Morgan, who served for over 16 years. She was followed by John DeMartin, who was sworn in on September 2017.
Minister of Health, the Honorable St. Clair Prince, said the government is doubling its effort to tackle the rising cases and prevalence of chronic, non-communicable diseases with a focused approach for 2023. The health minister pointed out that NCDs are responsible for most amputations and are the leading cause of death in this country. In fact, the minister indicated that for the period 2014 to 2016, there were a total of 170 amputations, 69 amputations below the knee, and 101 amputations above the knee. In tabling the bill for an act to establish the Medical Labs Council in Parliament today, Minister Prince said Vincentians need to focus on issues such as diet, alcohol abuse, tobacco, etc., as lifestyle choices impact heavily the cases of NCDs.
Beginning yesterday, Tuesday, October the 25th, residents of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be able to pay for services utilizing credit and debit card at Customs and Excise Inland Revenue Department and the Commerce and Intellectual Property Office. The Agency for Public Information in a release said that the government of SVG is piloting its point-of-sale payment system for a number of its services. To benefit from this enhanced payment service, citizens are already required to have a valid form of identification.
And that's news here on Boom 106.9 FM, brought to you with the compliments of Metrocent Insurance. Keep it locked on for more information and entertainment.
The evolution of radio. Boom 106.9.
I became like Romeo all of a sudden. You just came and grabbed my attention. Make me believe for me there's no other woman. Love has found its way in our hearts today. Ain't gonna let it slip away. Loving can done. Loving can done. Loving can done. Loving can done. Juliet, I don't know how you do what you do when you do it to me. I don't know how you do what you do when you do it to me. But you got me coming back. Your love solid as a rock. You got me coming back. Your love solid as a rock. Loving can done. Loving can done. Loving can done. Loving can done. Juliet. From the time I walk in this party and my eyes behold you, the way you move in your body, like you want everyone to see. That mini skirt that you wearing, exposing your privacy, got me watching now and now. Can't take it no longer, baby. Don't bend down, just stand up and jam. Oh baby, don't tease me. You driving me crazy. Don't bend down, don't bend down. Don't bend down, don't bend down.
Yes, 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 yes. This is how we do it with 169 FM in the morning time. That was some Vincy music there.
Yeah,
And I can't,
yeah.
I can't.
All day,
That's how we're doing it, representing the 784. You know, we've been talking about the you know, the normalizing
Yes.
of rape and the rape culture and stuff like that.
Yes.
That was a song by whom?
Exodus.
Exodus.
Yeah.
That's a Vincy band, and that's a classic, right?
Yeah.
So what about the lyrics? You know, the way you're bending down, girl, exposing your
fantasy.
your fantasy,
Yeah.
and he can't take it no more.
Yeah.
To bend down.
Yeah. Pressure.
So that doesn't sound rapish?
No. He's in a party.
That
having the
sound
time.
rapish?
He's in the
I'm
party
not-
having the time.
I
of his
understand
life,
what he's saying. He's having a time of
Maybe
his life.
if you say loss, but
that sound rapish?
No, it's far from rapish.
So what about staff?
Huh? You think me staff? Let me staff. No.
You see what I mean?
No.
You're giving people a pass on one section,
No,
and then on
remember-
another section saying you're tired.
Remember rape,
Remember
rape
what?
has to do with consent, you know. So in no way you're seeing these artists implying that they're not getting any consent.
What?
No, they're just...
They never ask if I could jam the boomsy. You
what
say
do
you
you mean?
bend down, that is it.
No, if you're
But
in a
why?
party, I say, if I in a party, right,
If you're
and
in
a
a
girl
party.
jamming and I say, gosh, girl, don't
No,
bend
no,
down.
no,
It's
no, no,
too much
no,
of
no,
pressure,
no,
too
no,
much
no.
of pressure.
That is not what he's saying. He
What
just
mean?
watching it. She wasn't dancing with him, you know. He see the boom boom from about 2 feet.
Boom boom look good.
Yeah, you understand?
Yes, but
she wasn't there. No. He
If-
say
if-
on no uncertain terms.
if-
If you
if-
bend down, that is
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I can't control myself. If you
Yeah.
bend down, that is story NY.
No, he
bend.
party and I'm having a time.
Nah,
No,
nah.
that's...
So you can't say
like Winston doesn't reach pan it all. Here what my boy Winston say, Mario, you're comparing chalk to cheese.
I know I was going to stir up things here.
I
know Doc is angry with me, and Doc's coming in and just
another one say, Mario, you would have to stop listening a lot of music if you look at
it that way.
Yeah.
Randy, come on, man.
Hey.
Randy also said, wait, did they reduce the term limit as it relates to how long an attorney general can serve? How does it work?
I don't know, boy. To me, like attorney general, they just serve as long as somebody feels.
What do you mean to me? As a responsible
so,
journalist, you can't say to me.
You
gotta say, well, as far as I know, that is not the case, but I could look into that a little bit more. Tell me. It's not about sugarcoating, it's about
telling you, to me,
it's about
like
using your words
I am
properly.
saying to me, it doesn't look like they have any expiry date.
Do you have the information as to the term? Do you?
Well, we could probably
Do you have the information as to the term?
Well, you tell me.
I'm asking you, do you have the information?
I don't have
so that's what you said.
So I can't say to me, they look like they don't have
because
anything.
you don't know. So you want to say, you know what?
Wow.
That's a good question. It seems like they've been in there for a long time. Let me find out and get back to you.
To me look
that's
like,
what you
it to me look like they have no expiry date. I give it my opinion. Listen, Mario, today, let me talk about But no, on a serious note though, our big up First Lady boy. Today she bought the boy. You missed that?
Oh, First Lady.
Yeah, you gotta make your boy start to scratch your head now. Watch him.
No. Big up First. And you know First Lady is gonna be performing at Stinger.
Yeah.
She a play. Shady, like he don't know. Like you just come.
Yeah, no. I know.
You
She
sure?
going, Shady. I know she going to mash up Sting.
Listen,
you only just shame now because you hear I
8,
talk about
and
today. She bought it because you didn't know today. She bought it. You want to bring up something against
but
me.
I'm not the Gil boyfriend. I don't need to know it's her birthday. I'm happy that it's her birthday. Blessings to you, my dearest. You know,
big up First Lady fan she
Yeah, man. Big up on I mean, if you want me.
Winston is saying she works on a contract basis. They work on a contract.
Right, you see what I mean? Yeah, so
you get it. You
contract
get it, man.
basis. So it has an expiry date as per all contracts. Okay.
When is the expiry date again?
Well, you have to look at the contract. I don't know. You have to be
okay. Well,
an investigative journalist and bring it.
Here what I could tell you, right? Here I could tell you. I'm writing a news story right now, but here what I could tell you. Here what I could tell you, right? Concerning that matter, the first Attorney General. You just read it, right?
Right.
For the ULP, since the ULP came to office, the first Attorney General was Judith Jones Morgan, and she served for 16 years.
Right.
16
Okay.
years. Yeah? 16 macarons. So, okay, we have.
Did she do a bad job?
That is another conversation that needs to be had. You know what I mean? But we have Shady. Time big up. I see my friend there, Chini Vinci, Onika. Big up yourself there in Brooklyn. Winston. We see some new faces as well. You know, big up everybody.
All right, Shady. We've got Doc on the back, so let's see if we can get up.
Let's check in with the Doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
As we always do right about this time, welcoming back the Doc himself. Good morning to you, sir. It's been an extended time off. It's nice to have you.
Get yourself up.
That's not time off.
Get yourself up.
Well, time off between you and I
I've been very busy over this period, actually. I like whoever did that little setup you all have with it. It must be the time off because this is the first time I'm seeing that. I love it.
See what I'm saying?
Like, I wanted to tell you it's my design back here. Let
me talk. By the way, I've received a number of messages related to the fact or the question as to whether or not we can do anything to extend my time, and people have been asking. People have been asking for a chance to interact and.
Well, all right.
I don't know what can be done. I'm not.
Doc, we will have to make that work. We have to have interaction time with you. I like that.
So, anyways, let me jump into what I have. I have so much to talk about because I have been. Well, things been happening, but I listened. I mean, this is not my main spiel for this morning, but I listened to an earlier discussion on Kanye, I think it was, and matters of racism and all of that. And something reoccurred to me. Some notes I'd taken actually about informing myself and helping to inform others on the issue. I was going through my notes just before I came on, and I noticed that there are some books. I think I'd recommended these books. Let me go ahead and recommend them again. Why is it so hard to talk about racism? That's the title of one of the book. Robin DiAngelo. Okay, so that might be a book. By the way, I'm doing this from the premise that we really need to be informed, not sentiment and passion and emotion when we come to an issue as germane as racism. We really need to be properly informed so that we could speak from that perspective. So those who wish to really speak on racism and matters related to racism, void of the emotion and the all of that, the hoopla, let me help you with some books. That one, and then Racism Without Racists. That's an interesting book. It talks about colorblind racism. It's rather interesting. And maybe racism is just a handle that we use because even right here in St. Vincent, where we don't have that race disparity, it's more of an assimilation with our kind. I watch where people of means and income, where they go live and dwell, where they buy land, and they're very selective about where they buy land, about whose catamaran they go with when they go sailing, and I mean, there is this thing that even those of us who talk about racism, the way we void of race and color, the way we treat people here and the way we associate with people, the way we purchase land and we build our dwelling, there are certain neighborhoods we will not erect our house, our dwelling. You know what I mean? So anyways, read it. Colorblind racism. You had to think about that. I didn't give you Edward Bonilla Silva. Edward Bonilla. Actually, it's Eduardo Bonilla Silva. And then you had Two-Faced Racism, which is another interesting one. So we want to talk racism. We want to talk racism from an informed perspective.
Two-faced racism.
Two-faced racism.
What is two-faced racism?
Leslie Hart, Picker, Picca. Leslie Picker, and Joe Fegan, Feagin, Joe Fegan. And then another book that I had recommended, actually, it was Macaulay, who had... I can't remember who. I think he was the one that Truth Speaker, whatever. He was the one that recommended this to me. I checked it out and I recommended it on air. The Magnificent African Cake, because that is really the genesis of a lot of all that we talk about with racism. Basil Davidson. So that's my aside to say, if we really want to have a discussion, a debate, a discussion and a debate that will be helpful on racism, let's get some perspectives first to come to the table with, and so maybe we can talk. That aside, all right. I hope no one feels offended by what I just said there.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. That aside, I didn't get to weigh in on a number of things been happening here recently. But every year around this time, by the way, tomorrow is my birthday. I am very grateful to the nation for putting its independence on that day so that I can always have, once I'm in St. Vincent, I can always have a day off on my birthday. So I'm very grateful. So I'm celebrating first my birthday tomorrow, and then I'm celebrating our
nation's
Fernando, you don't know this, but Mario probably knows it. Every year, in the week of independence, there are some things that I talk about every year, the same things every year. And I will keep doing it until I see it come to fruition. I am talking about the elements of our civic responsibilities, if you want to call it that. And I keep outlining them as a standard. I'm saying, guys, as a nation, if we want to get somewhere, these are the things we need to move ourselves towards. Now, hear me on these, because the recent discussion on the what happened in the market there brought these things to fore. It was interesting to me to unpack what was happening in the market situation. You know what I'm talking about with the vendors, and to unpack it through the prism of what I have been talking about in terms of the 7 pillars of social responsibilities. Now, go ahead and ask me what the 7 pillars of social responsibilities are. I am glad you asked me.
Social responsibility.
Number one is the understanding, and again, all of this relates to what I saw happening in the market. Now, I am not going to give a judgment on that, but I'm going to, like I said, unpack it through the prism of these pillars of social responsibilities. And year go, year come, about for 6 or 7 years, I have been saying at Independence Time that one of the pillars of our civic responsibilities is this sense of understanding of the concept of what is the common good. As opposed to how do I just, I think Dr. Gonzalez wrote about it quite, he was quite articulate in and I have it here, in his atomized, and I keep referring to this, his atomized individual and the social individual. Now, say what you want about Dr. Gonzalez. This is a concept that goes way beyond vaccine. As individuals try to jockey and find what's my right, what's my place, what's good for me, vis-a-vis what's good for my society. And I heard, and as I unpacked what was happening there in the market, that came to mind. Who is this thing good for? Are we fighting for the good of the vendors, the individual vendors there, or the common good for society? What is the private gain vis-a-vis the, or as in relation to the social cost? Because there's private gain, and we need to dissect that thing within the realm of private gain, but we also need to dissect it in the realm of what is the social cost. And one of the concepts that is put forward by the leader of this nation, the political leader of this nation, is the fact that we have to weigh very carefully this whole concept of atomized individual and social individual. Now, hear what he says here. Please, let me read it again, bring it back to mind. He says at the core of the social individual, is social solidarity. What on earth does that mean? The public interest. How does that figure into the market situation? And a thoroughgoing embrace of the collectives of family, society, civilization, nation, without denying the role and importance of the individual, aka the vendors. And as I thought through, and we have to think through our nation's issues, not just talk with a lot of hot air, but think through. Is there any merit to this whole discussion of private gain versus social cost? And in that market situation, what are we assessing in terms of what's the private gain to these vendors? I've talked a lot about the private gain to the vendors, and I've said some certain things that people know how I feel about that. But also, I am not denying the whole matter of the social cost. And outside of the vendors, please, outside of the vendors, to what extent do we pursue our private gain at the expense of our collective society? The people who farm, the people who cut trees, the people who do a lot of things and set themselves up in areas, where they ought not to and incur in the process social cost. I don't know if to some people that matters, because when are we okay? Therefore, that's what I'm asking. Are we okay with me promoting myself, advancing myself, and to heck with anyone else and whatever the cost is to them? Is that all right? So that's one of the pillars that I like to talk about at Independence Time for us to think about in our nation building. To what extent do I push and promote my own good and my own welfare, and to hell with the rest of society? What happens. It is something to think about. I'm not telling you where you should fall off on this. I'm not telling you. I am not telling you that social costs should trump private gain. I'm not telling you that. I am telling you, think about it. I might have time for one more, Mario. So let me. I can. There are 7 of them. But
I know. Normally you do it daily.
All of them. I mean, well, I would take a week and do all 7.
Yeah.
But with the marketing, I saw it. I'm like, but this is here. When I listened to the marketing, I said, but this is the very thing I talk about all the time. The second, let me show you what I mean. The second pillar, showing respect. I talk about this every year too. So it's not occasioned by the market situation, but showing respect for the laws of the country. And I mean with respect to things like littering, with respect to the Noise Act, profanity, vulgarity, various things like that that are not necessarily enforced. Because a lot of the laws of this country are not enforced. And the question as we come to this juncture of the celebration of our independence, we have to ask, am I really that law-abiding when it comes to what the authorities put in place? Do I respect regulations that put in place for the sake and the good of society? Do I necessarily do what I want when it comes to littering, when it comes to the Noise Act and all of that? Do I necessarily do what I want? There's a tendency for people to resist regulation, Mario. There's a tendency for people to push back against regulation. But a regulated and orderly society is a necessity in order to have a civilized society. But too often we push back against those that seek to regulate our society for our own good, as if they're doing us bad. So that's something to think about with respect to ourselves. When it comes to me, am I always going to be supportive of and in accordance and in obedience to the laws of this country? And again, that impinged on and relates to what I saw happening there, the market, because I unpacked it, but I unpacked it from the scenario and from the prism of what does this say about whether or not people are accepting the necessary regulations that must come in place in order to have an orderly society. Are we actually saying that we don't want regulations? For example, last night I heard, which I commend, the new act in Parliament related to regulations for labs in civil. I think that's what it was. Forgive me if I got the terminology wrong, but regulating the different labs that we have across civil. And I heard a strong need that this essential service ought to be regulated so that it is not hapsy-scrapsy. But then when things like this get regulated, when radio and FM radio and broadcast and all of that media gets regulated, sometimes people get in a huff and they don't like regulation. So as I listened to what was happening in the market, I unpacked it from that angle as to what are we saying in the society we don't like regulations. Truth is, I get the sense that even to line up in a bank, you're told stand here. Even when you draw marks on the floor and say stand here, I say we really don't like regulations, and we push back. If we're going to be a better society, this independent nation in our 43rd year, where are we going to stand in comparison with other nations that are highly regulated, and not just regulated but litigious? If you fall outside of the regulation, there's some kind of litigation coming your way. But that's how other nations advance and stay regulated and stay orderly. So where are we going as a country?
That is an interesting question, and it's I think it goes both ways too, because sometimes the people them putting in the regulation, they themselves need to be regulated.
That's my 2 for the morning. I am convinced. I won't do any more, Mario. I am convinced that a better please, I am convinced that a better understanding of the common good versus my individual gain. Let me unpack it differently. The social cost to society while I try to pursue my individual gain. I am convinced that that's a necessary discussion in our civil discourse and where we're going as a country.
Totally agree with you.
Remember my premise, the country is no better than its people.
Yeah.
The country is no better than its people. Notice I did not say the country is no better than its government. I've never gone down that road. I've always said the country is no better than its people. And for the country to change, the people must change. And this concept of common good and social cost, we need to figure out where we stand on that. And I think actually when we answer this, we will be on our way to progress as a people and as a country. And the second thing that I brought up with respect to how we respond to regulation, how we show respect, how we adhere to necessary regulation, because I will not see. I've been here, there, and across, not many places, but I've been in some places. And in comparison, I would say St. Vincent is a very laissez-faire society. We are not a very highly regulated society. We live in a paradise when it comes to regulations. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
But I have seen where countries have done necessary regulations and they have advanced. And I get the impression that any kind of regulation, we really sift it and we look at it rather suspiciously and we selectively cherry pick which regulations we want to adhere to. Even a matter of customs, we bring in things through customs and barrel and all of that. You think everybody wants to pay those costs? And if they could find a way to beat the cost of bringing in stuff, they'll beat it. We don't like regulations, man. But I have to figure. We have figured it out.
We have a few, Kristen, before you go. There are persons wishing you happy birthday and everything.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Was Bot Alexander one of them? Bot needs to wish me happy
birthday. But wanted to know where they bought the bash at. That's the one.
All right.
Somebody's asking, what do you think the independence speech will sound like tomorrow?
Like all of the others.
Mm-hmm.
I try to get the full speech all of the time, and for the greater part, for the past few years, the theme has been some fringe aspect of hope. That Dr. Gonzalez, he I think, rising to the occasion, he has inserted hope as the axis. I read through all of the speeches, and it seems to me, that's my take, that respect and hope seem to be the axis around which he spins everything in there. And maybe towards the end, he would seek to see what little things, like he did yesterday, which I applaud also. I was so pleased to see all those scholarships. And I mean, I was thrilled, all those scholarships. And boy, thinking from the point of view of a parent or the point of view of one who has been there, I'm like, that's a great thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a great thing when 73 people can, so if he's going to toss out some goodies like that, those are always welcome. When we get those kind of things as a country, we are much more accepting and ready to receive.
I think we need some good news. Those things like scholarship and so forth, I think people are very warm towards these things, but sometimes it's just that thing.
Did you hear the amounts? I mean, those are not like pennies, those are decent amounts.
Decent bread. How much? Like a missing action, boy.
25,000 here, national scholarship 600, and stuff like that. That's not pennies. And there's 73 bursaries and your exhibitions and all of that.
That's some real good news there.
Yeah.
And that's for the betterment of the nation. Education is key. So, Doc, man, happy birthday. Is in advance, right? Is in advance?
Start the celebration today. I mean, if somebody brings a cake for me today, you think I'm going to refuse it?
But you gotta send a cake. He's telling me to sing happy birthday to you. I am not that good at singing happy birthday song. But Doc, happy birthday.
Thank you guys.
And happy independence. to you and your family. You know.
The Lord has blessed me, and every year I celebrate another year. I say, thank you, Lord, for another year of trying to make a difference in this country. I love St. Vincent, you know. And when you hear me talk, I talk for our good. And when I miss it, you all don't go too hard on me, because the truth is I'm trying. I'm really trying for our good. All right? Blessings on all. Take care.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye. All right.
Hello? Yep. Yeah, so we live. We good, Shady? We good over there? Yeah, just a bit of announcement. Barry Auto Parts. Barry Auto Parts, man, where you can get your vehicle parts. Lower Middle Street, Gap, Bonnetti Supermarket by On Fleek Style Boutique. So Barry Auto Parts, come and check us out. We have parts for different vehicles, windshield, front cut, fender, bonnet, headlight, brake, master, booster, tail light, shocks, fans, mirror arms, steering rack. They also have a wide variety of starlet parts, tail lights, indicator, fan, rotor, shocks, Toyota van parts as well. So all those van drivers, if you need some parts, you can go down there at Barry's Auto Parts. They have shocks, they have routers, jump, and so much more. Nissan van, genuine jump, router, differential, arm, and many, many more parts. You can also call WhatsApp or call them at 593-5226. Okay? And in the same building with Barry's Auto, we have On Fleek Boutique. They specialize in a lot of different clothing items. You can get your clothing items for the upcoming events for the Independence. You can check them out in the same building, as I said, as Barry's Auto, or you can call 497-8227. Okay? So, Shady, it's on to you, man. Take it over.
We are the trending station. We are the trending station.
Me say action move, hey, you don't know.